Wait, did you see this?
We gotta go.
That's right, Menards 11% rebate and stay.
Reedsburg versus Grafton. Okay. Good morning and welcome to Camp Randall Stadium here in Madison, Wisconsin for WIAA State Football Championship game here in Division III. Our first game this morning features the Grafton Blackhawks from the Woodland Conference, 13-0 on the season, and the Reedsburg Beavers from the Mississippi Valley Conference. Thank you for joining us, everybody, here on this audio-only broadcast here on Zaleski Sports. Matt Peck and Elijah Vinksalata joining me. He's doing the producing, and he's doing some side commentary with me today. Excited to be with you this morning here. Me and Elijah got all three games today here. It'll be Reedsburg, Grafton, Division 3. Division 2, it is West Appear, Notre Dame, the game everybody's talking about. And Division 1, Arrowhead against Bate, the defending Division 1 state champion, Bayport. So heck of a day on hands here, and we're going to talk about standings and more after the national anthem here. Once we play the national anthem, we'll get moving here. Grafton is just taking the field right now as they run out of the tunnel from the south end zone. So the Grafton Blackhawks come on out. The Reedsburg Beavers have been out here a couple minutes already. But it's going to be a fun matchup here. And Elijah's going to come on here in a couple minutes. He's going to be joining us right after the anthem. And we got stats with us today and everything. Depth chart. So more than normal broadcast that we do now. It's been a while since we've been with you in an actual broadcast. It's been 3 weeks. So it's going to be exciting here. And we got the call to come to state and call some games. So we were excited to take that up right away when we got the email. So we're like, hey, we're going to be here, so it's exciting. So we got 3 great games on hands. A lot of good games yesterday, especially D4 last night. That took a while to finish, but it was fun to watch in Division 4 last night. So we're going to get set here for the national anthem in just about 5 seconds here, and then the kickoff will come around 10:03 to 10:05 period. And we'll be ready to roll on Zaleski Sports here from Camp Randall Stadium. Excited to be with you once again. So, unclear what we're going to do with the national anthem yet. Either we'll just go to mute or else we'll just... Because we don't have a mic on the field today like they did last night. So, we'll see how we're going to do that here in a minute. Steve Mays, Michael Wendlandt on the field for the Zaleski sports team, shooting highlights this morning. They had the call in both games yesterday. Jason Zaleski, Trevor Zaleski were also here yesterday, earlier in the day. Tom as well from Edgar was here. Sorry, I forgot his last name. I had it in the back of my mind, too. So he was here as well. So we had quite a crew here for Zaleski Sports. But excited for some state championship football here as they're showing the intro video for the day and before we go to the national anthems. So Reedsburg, it was, well, we'll talk about the Reedsburg Beavers once before we go to the national anthem. Reedsburg, it was a heck of a season to get here. Playoffs, it was Waterford, level 1, they won 49-24. Edgewood, level 2, 20-12. Pewaukee, level 3, 38-14. And then they took down the, just a story-ending Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes, who were the 8th seed, and lived to level 4, and Reedsburg ended it with a 43-20 win last week. Reedsburg, they're led by Will Mikowanowicz. So he's a lot on the season this year. Over 2,000 rushing yards. Reedsburg, a heavy run team here. And Grafton's kind of balanced on the other end. They're pass and run, so it'll be interesting to see how we do this. In the next game, it's total opposites. Elijah will have to call the next game. It's Notre Dame and West Appear, and it's a pass-heavy team against a run-heavy team. And then Division 1, Arrowhead, I would say, is balanced against Bayport, who's a run team. So next game should be the interesting one, but we're set to begin the national anthem here right now. Don't know if we're going to be able to pick any audio up for that, so I guess we'll just go to mute until after the national anthem. Back here on Zaleski Sports. Matt Peck here. Elijah Vincelata coming on here any minute. He'll join us. Going to be a fun one here. So let's talk about where these teams ended up in their respective conferences this year. Reedsburg, like we mentioned before, came from the Mississippi Valley. You can find the standings here. Fourth place in the Mississippi Valley, and Grafton perfect 7-0 in the Woodland Conference. Some big wins for Grafton this year. Port Washington, Whitnall 31-12. Greenfield, it was a 66-33 game with Greenfield this year. 99 points scored between both teams.
Read the pregame sponsor before you start.
Okay. Today's game is sponsored by Fleet Farm, our pregame sponsor. Black Friday at Fleet Farm is almost here. Doors open at 5 a.m. on Friday, November 28th. And the first 500 customers will get a free plush moose and have a chance to shop this year's best deals. Get an early peek at the Black Friday ad today at fleetfarm.com. Black Friday is already next week. That's when you know time is flying by.
Thanksgiving next Thursday, and then before you know it, we'll be in Christmas season. So
Yeah, Elijah Vincelata joins us this morning here on Color Commentary. It'll be a switch between every game here today, between us. That's what the fun part of state is. Get a chance to switch off here. So it looks like Reedsburg will be kicking off first.
how about Reedsburg, like we were talking about again, the Cinderella story this year in the WIAA football playoffs. They've been all over the place this season, and they're looking to make another upset, right? I mean, it's been that way all year. At Madison, Edgewood was one of the most notable ones, but I think this would probably be the biggest one because they're playing the number 1 seed right now.
So back for Grafton is DJ James and Jack Nelson on the kickoff. Kicking off for Reedsburg will be Sawyer Middlestat to start this game. Middlestat back. The kick is away. It's kind of a squib. It'll be taken and bobbled around the... it's bobbled, and Nelson has to fall on it at about the 19-yard line. Could not pick it up in return. So that means the Grafton offense will take over probably further back than they wanted to. He couldn't quite get a clean pickup on the ball. So Grafton, coached by Jim Norris, will come on the field. He was here 2 years ago, a loss to Rice Lake in Division III. Crazy week for him 2 years ago. His wife had a kid the same week as the state championship and had to miss practice due to it. So playing quarterback today is Nick Schiller for Grafton on the season. So 1st and 10 now from the 19-yard line. 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Gets the snap, looks, fakes the handoff. Looking downfield, throws downfield. Got a man. It's caught! 40, 30, 20, 10. Down inside the 10-yard line of the 6. What a strike to start the game.
Are you kidding me, Matt Peck? That is an unbelievable way to start the season, the state championship for Grafton.
And that was Tyler Deere on the reception. So we'll wait the official yardage on the WIA scorebook, but Grafton all the way in the red zone already on the first play of the game.
The ref's saying so. Oh, there's a flag.
Oh, no, there's a flag. Hang on. Grafton's going to have to go. Grafton's going all the way back. So it's not going to count. It was a 74-yard pass originally. That's going to have to come all the way back.
That was killer. He was wide open, too.
So now it'll be 1st and 15. I thought he was going to get all the way, but a couple of Reedsburg Beavers just able to catch up with him. So leading rusher now for Grafton is Jack Nelson. You're going to expect to see him get a lot of touches today. 199 attempts on the season. So it'll be Grafton ball now at the 14-yard line of their own. It'll be 1st and 15 now after the penalty, after the 74-yard pass is wiped off. Under center now. One wide receiver on each side. Here's a snap. Hand off to the running back, Nelson. Nelson tries to get through the middle. Going to be met by a handful of Beavers and taken stoppage of play. So about a gain of nothing on the play. It'll be 2nd and 15 now. So Reedsburg kind of woke themselves up there now after that big play. It's actually going to be a gain of 1. So he gets to the 15. So 2nd and 14 coming up now. Grafton breaks the huddle now. They'll set up with 2 wide receivers on the left. Waiting the snap. 2nd and 14 now. Nelson fakes the handoff. Pass to the left side is caught. To the 20-yard line. Cuts past the 20. To the 25. Out of bounds to the 30. Close to the first down. Does he get there is the question.
I think he does have it. Just got a little extra effort at the end. Just extending his arm out on that left side, heading out of bounds. I think he's got it.
So that was Schiller to, I believe, number 15, Tyler Heinley. So it is good enough for a Grafton first down here. So now 1 wide receiver set up on each side. 1st and 10 now from the 29-yard line. Schiller gets the snap. Handoff up the middle to Nelson. Nelson met well right around the line of scrimmage. It'd be a gain of maybe 1. Close. It'd be a gain of 2 officially. Landon Newth on a tackle for Reedsburg. That time, so 2nd and 8 coming up now from the 30-yard line. 2 wide receivers on the right for Grafton, 1 on the left. Schiller goes under center now, 1 guy in the backfield. Schiller gets the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to pass. Rolling to the right now, 1 Reedsburg man chasing him. Goes downfield across the middle, it's caught, wide open man, first down to the 44-yard line. And that's a wide open reception that time by Parker Shaw. So a huge reception over the middle, which is close to probably 20 yards, I would say. So from the 44-yard line now, reset downs 1st and 10 for Grafton. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 man in the backfield. Schiller gets the snap, a handoff this time to Nelson on the left side. Nelson keeps on going, keeps on pushing. Close to the first down marker across the 50-yard line into Reedsburg territory. And they'll give him the first down, so first down for Grafton.
Grafton moving the ball down pretty well down the field so far, huh?
Yeah, early on. After that big pass, it was wiped off. They'd be able to move it at a smaller piece, but that was quite a statement without the penalty. So 1 wide receiver now on each side, 1st and 10 for Grafton. They're setting up a 1 on each side. Schiller under center, gets the snap, fakes the handoff. He's been good passing today. Throws downfield. Does he have a man? And it is incomplete. Had the hands that time. Attended to number 18 once again, who made the big pass last time, Parker Shaw. Nice deflection that time by the Reedsburg defender. So it'll be 2nd and 10. We talk about this Grafton team. They can score a lot of points.
I mean, they sure did that in the 4th quarter last week against Catholic Memorial, where they went down 28-7 late in that game. It was like the 4th quarter, and then they just went on a huge run and were able to really set the tone. See if they could set the tone here to start this one. 2nd and 10 now. Only 1 wide receiver out this time on the right side. 2 guys in the backfield for Grafton. It'll be Nelson around the left side after the snap here. Taken down, a gain about 2 or 3. So they'll set up 3rd down here for this Reedsburg defense. Reedsburg could use a stop here to get their offense on the field for the first time today. We're at about 8:25 remaining here. Score bug is on the screen, but we'll also announce the time left just in case you're listening radio style and don't have access to the screen. So it'll be 3rd and 8 for Grafton coming up here after the huddle. About 8:10 left here in the first quarter here from Camp Randall. 0-0 ball game to start. Grafton's only had the ball so far to start this game. 2 wide receivers now on the right. 2 on the left for Grafton.
Nobody behind Schiller. Now Schiller hands it off. Close to first down. Still on his feet, pushing that time. As Nelson, he gets close. I think he's going to be about a yard or two short. But let's see what Jim Norris does here. I wouldn't be surprised he keeps the offense on the field here.
I think you go for it right now. You're in Reedsburg territory now, right around the 38-yard line. Only 1 yard to get. I think you go a little QB sneak action, maybe tush push or something. We saw that a lot yesterday for Winneconne and Little Shoot.
Oh, yeah. That was quite an ending last night with Winneconne. Little Shoot led. Little Shoot would probably say we wish we didn't have to play the fourth quarter last night because Winneconne made that historic comeback last night. I shouldn't say it was historic, but like able to win the game after being down most of the game. So 4th and 2, Jim Norris will go for it here. Nobody in the outsides. Here's a snap, the handoff up the middle. First down, Grafton across the 30 into about the 29-yard line. Jack Nelson on the carry for the first down.
Looks like Grafton went I formation right there. Had a fullback in there as well, Jim Norris, sending an extra man to help block, and it ended up paying off for them early on. And really just setting the tone, moving the chains early on after that adversity with the penalty. I really like what I'm seeing from Jim Norris's offense on Grafton.
So Schiller, 27 yards passing so far. Nelson, 15 yards rushing, not counting last play. So it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 30-yard line of Reedsburg for Grafton. 2 wide receivers on the left. Here's a snap. Schiller gets a snap, rolling. Pass to the left side is just a little bit overthrown, incomplete. Had the man open on the left side. Probably would have been a touchdown had the throw been better.
He threw it a little bit more. He overthrew it. He was able to cut his man on like a little bit of like a almost wheel route where he cut to the left side. And he just overthrew him a little bit. It was like about 2 feet away from him forward. And I think that's when he wants back the throw, huh?
Oh, I would say so. So now 2nd and 10 for this Grafton offense. 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Schiller gets a snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to the right, pass is caught in the backfield across the 25. Taken down about the 20-yard line, close to the first down. That was number 87 that time on the reception. Ian Cornelius. And that will be a first down. Cornelius, the tight end and a defensive lineman for this Grafton team. So the ball will be officially set at the 19-yard line. They have officially entered the red zone. 2 wide receivers now on the right for Grafton, 1 on the left. Nelson in the backfield next to Schiller. Schiller in the shotgun. Schiller gets the snap, hands it to Nelson on the right side. Nelson cutting in to the 10, out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. So pretty good run that time from Nelson. Clock down to 5:49 left here in the first quarter. Grafton inside the red zone.
Now they got 1st and goal without the penalty.
Yep. First play of the game, they had 1st and goal. So now it'll be 1st and goal for Grafton. 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Nelson in the backfield next to Schiller. Schiller gets the snap, hands it off. Nelson on the right side, trying to cut in. He will get a touchdown, Grafton. From 6 yards out, Jack Nelson scores a touchdown in Grafton early with the 6-0 lead. With 5:44 left here in the first quarter. A long drive, over almost 7 minutes long to start this game.
And it's probably going to keep going, too, with the double wing offense that Reedsburg runs when they come out.
So a 6-yard touchdown rush for Jack Nelson. Grayson Belloc will attempt the extra point. The kick is up. And it's good. With 5:44 remaining here, Grafton jumps up 7-0 here early on. We'll take a break here. Reedsburg football after the break here on Zaleski Sports.
We're back with better halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, today's game is sponsored by Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bringing their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings their top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. Back here from Camp Randall Stadium, Matt Peck, Elijah Vink Salata here. 7-0 lead for Grafton. 5:44 left here in the first quarter. Quite a drive for Grafton, a 74-yard pass to start, but it was wiped off due to a penalty. But they went down and scored a touchdown anyways. Took a long drive, almost 7 minutes to start this game. Between lots of run and pass team, like we told you pregame, they're a well-balanced team. And we're about to see a Reedsburg team on the field who run. They've only passed the ball 26 times all year, and they've attempted 475 rushes, so it's going to be fun. From what Elijah tells me, it's the double wing offense, so we got the binoculars ready like it's Muskego.
I'm ready for that next game, though. Patrick Greason against...
Yeah.
No, I'm blanking on Kingston Allen. Yeah, that's going to be a really great matchup. Tale of two of the best position players, as Greason is the quarterback for West Lapeer, and Kingston Allen is the running back for Notre Dame.
You know what I'm excited about? There's a lot of good quarterbacks with the name Patrick.
Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Had to go Chris Collinsworth there. Anyways, Grafton coming out now. After the huddle, TV timeout over. Reedsburg still in the huddle. Kicking it off for Grafton will be Grayson Belloc. So Reedsburg will take the field now here. They'll receive here 7-0 trailing.
I want to also give a shout out real quick to Mike Wendland and Steve Maves down on the field shooting highlights. They will be up later, right? I think they're going to be editing them for the later games.
At some point, yes.
Doing a really great job. They called D6 and D5 yesterday.
Kick is away. And it'll be taken from about the 10-yard line across the 15 to the 20, to the 25 to the 30, cutting out. Stays in middle of field, but gets a nice return to about the 39-40-yard line. And that's where this Reedsburg offense will start out, like me and Elijah talked about. Run-heavy team. They get a pretty good kickoff. It was taken about 30 yards. It'll be started about the 39-40-yard line.
So what they're going to do is they're going to probably put 2 tight ends on the inside, and they're going to probably have at least 1 or 2 wide receivers on the out. Kind of different than Muskego. Muskego kind of bunches everybody in unless they really have to pass. It looks like that's what they're doing here with the wing T. With the double wing.
2 men in the backfield. It'll be a handoff up the middle that time. It's read well that time by the Grafton defense. Maybe a gain or 1 or 2. That's Will. Will Minokovic on the carry that time. So gain of 1 yard. He's going to be the guy to walk out. Minokovic is going to be the guy to watch out for. He's got the most rushing yards on the team currently. He's basically what Reedsburg football has been this year. Another handoff to Minokovic, and it's a gain of 1 or 2 again.
Imagine how many times this week that Grafton was preparing for the double wing offense.
Yeah.
They probably stacked a lot of guys up being ready for it. There's not a lot of teams that do that, but it's proven that the teams it actually works with like big teams like Muskego. They run the wing T.
So 3rd and 7 now. Could be a huge stop for this Grafton defense. Reedsburg faced with a huge 3rd down early on here. Handoff this time. It'll be a different wing. Grafton all over that one that time. That was Gavin Budnick on the carry that time for Reedsburg. Goes nowhere, and Reedsburg forced to punt early on.
So 3 and out right now. If you're Reedsburg, you're not in a really good spot if Grafton could come down the field and score right away.
And that one's going to punt away. It's going to sail to bounce. It'll be better inside the 10-yard line. So Grafton will take over here at the 9-yard line. Are we heading to TV timeout?
Yeah.
Looks like we are. So 7-0 lead here for Grafton here. 3:47 left here in the first quarter. We'll be back with more after this on Zaleski Sports.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Back here on Zaleski Sports. Today's game is sponsored by Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit Mutual of Wausau to find an agent near you. Great start defensively for the Grafton Blackhawks. They force a 3-and-out of the Reedsburg Beavers. Grafton gets the ball back here. They'll be forced, though, inside their own 10-yard line. Pretty good punt that time by Reedsburg. So it'll be interesting to see what Grafton does coming out of the break here. Still sitting in the TV time out here with 3:47 left here in the first quarter. Beautiful day here in Madison right now. It's 40 degrees here in Madison. Trust me, if you're listening in Florida, you're probably like, that's not nice. This time of year, it's nice around here. 43 in Milwaukee, around the state. We'll give you some around the state temperatures while we're at it, around the area. 47 in Chicago, 32 in Hazelhurst, randomly Hazelhurst. So
I thought you were going to say you're going to give scores around the state for football. I was like, well,
yeah, that's all we can give.
Talk about the NFL Texans game last night.
We could talk about the only scores we can give for football is maybe IHSA, which is in Illinois. They're playing state semifinals this week in Illinois. They run a week behind us, and I think Indiana does as well.
Oh, they play state football Thanksgiving week.
They play on Black Friday and Saturday. So 3:47 left. Grafton takes the field here. 1st and 10 now from the 9-yard line of their own. Schiller gets a snap here. It'll be handoff to the right side. And well read by that Reedsburg defense that time. That's Colin Wolf on the tackle for Reedsburg. And Jack Nelson on the carry, and it's going to be a gain of 1. So 3.5 minutes remaining here in this first quarter. So 2nd and 9 now from the own 10-yard line. So one wide receiver on each side for Grafton here. Snap here. Fakes the handoff. Looking down the field. Pass is going to be incomplete. Nice knockdown that time by number 1, Gavin Budnick. He came down and knocked that pass down. It's 3rd and 9. So Reedsburg struggled with a little bit last possession, but they need to get off the field here on this 3rd down. Grafton's going to have 9 to go here with 3:03 left here in the first quarter. So it'll be 3rd and 9 now from their own 10-yard line. 2 wide receivers set up here for Grafton, 2 on the right. 2 on the left, Nelson in the backfield next to Schiller. Schiller gets the snap, looking to pass. To the right side he goes. Pass is going to be called and caught at the 25-yard line. 1st down, Grafton. That's to number 3 that time, Tyler Deere. So Grafton once again converts on 1st down in a big way.
Man, I thought it was supposed to be overcast outside. It's like almost like fully clear skies right now here in Madison.
So we have a timeout being called by
Grafton.
Injury. Oh, yeah. I didn't see that. So we'll stay with you while we're at it.
Remind you to stay with us, folks. Hey, while we're at it, let's recap all 7 divisions so far, or like the yesterday slate of games. Yesterday in Division 7, we had Kenosha St. Joseph's defeating Cochrane Fountain City. It's on our scroll on the bottom as well. Darlington beat Edgar 42-18. Mayville defeated Northwestern in Division 5, and Winneconne 15 unanswered at Little Chute in Division 4 last night. which ended in a thriller and a lot of controversial reviews in that game.
Yeah. So it's funny because a lot of people came out thinking Winneconne was going to blow them out. Everyone's like, oh, the way they play. Because they played week 1 and Winneconne, I shouldn't say they blew them out. It was like a low-scoring game. But a lot of people thought nobody really picked Little Chute. And Little Chute was winning for the majority of that game. Everybody was like, ooh. And then Winneconne kind of proved who they were at the end and came back. So now Grafton retakes the field here, 1st and 10 with 2:56 remaining here. 1 wide receiver set up on each side. Nelson in the backfield behind Schiller. Schiller gets the handoff, fakes the handoff, looking downfield. Passes deep. Got a man wide open. It's caught. Spinning around now. Taking around his defenders. He might go all the way down to the 20-yard line, out of bounds. Inside the 20, about the 19-yard line. I believe that was Tyler Deere once again.
Tyler Deere with a spin cycle on the 40-yard line, putting the Reedsburg defender on the dance floor right there.
We've seen a lot of big passes today so far from Nick Schiller here just in this first quarter.
You definitely tell that he knows how to air it out. I mean, we were talking before the game. Grafton, they like to balance it out a lot, right?
Yeah.
They like to try to implement both the run and pass.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now. Grafton at the Reedsburg 20, looking to go 14-0 here early on. So Grafton sends nobody outside this time. 2 men in the backfield. This might be a fullback handoff this time. And it's going to be
this false start.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of movement early on the Grafton line.
A little bit of miscommunication there. Wait for the ref signal.
So now it'll be 1st and 15 instead. Camp Randall's busy this weekend. They got 2 more state championship games after this, and the Badgers host Illinois tomorrow. So a lot going on here this weekend.
Which one, and hopefully Wisconsin win.
That would be nice. Wins are only on one hand this year so far. So 1st and 15 now for Grafton. They go with the same setup. A snap here. Fakes the handoff. Now rolling to the right side, and he's just going to have to throw it away out of bounds that time, Schiller. A lot of pressure forced that time by Colin Wolf and Tegan Schmidt from Reedsburg coming in right away on Schiller. So it'll be 2nd and 15 now for Grafton. That false start could end up maybe costing Grafton, maybe have to kick a field goal here on a couple more plays, but that'd probably be the best case scenario for Reedsburg right now. So it'll be 2nd and 15 now. They send 2 wide receivers on each side now. Schiller gets the snap here. Pass to the left side is caught around the left side, taken down. That was once again number 3, Tyler Deere. So Tyler Deere, they've gone to a lot tonight and all season. Over 1,000 receiving yards for Grafton. And nobody's really close. Parker Shaw is the nearest one to him at 251 yards. So Tyler Deere's got a lot of touches today with receptions. You're going to see him quite a bit throughout the rest of this game. We're only in the first quarter. So it'll be a 3rd and 7 coming up for Grafton. 3 wide receivers will be sent out now. Empty backfield for Grafton. 2 on the left now. Schiller from the 17-yard line gets the snap here. Looking to pass. Quick pass to the end zone. It's going to be intercepted by Reedsburg.
10.
And that's number 10. Ian McClure on the interception. So a huge turn of events here for the Blackhawks. And Reedsburg gets exactly what they needed. Grafton close to going to 14-0 there, and Reedsburg comes away with the interception. So with 1:46 left, Reedsburg will take the field after the touchback from the 20-yard line.
High-flying first quarter so far.
And official time is 1:46 left here in the first quarter. 1st and 10, Reedsburg from their own 20-yard line.
Gotta see something a little bit better than the 3 and out on the first drive.
And a handoff up the middle. Oh, he's got room to go to the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. And on the first play of the drive, Reedsburg answers with a touchdown. And that's Will Makonovich. The leading rusher for Reedsburg all year comes through right on the first play of that drive. So a 7-6 game now. The official marking on that rush will be hasn't loaded on the WIAA website yet. Well, Reedsburg is going to attempt the extra point here. At first, it looked like they might have we're going to go for 2. And back to attempt the extra point will be Sawyer Middlestat. The kick is up. And it's good. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a ball game here from Camp Randall. Reedsburg, first play of the drive, rushing touchdown all the way from their own 19. It's a 7-7 game here. We had to break here on Zaleski Sports, 1:33 left.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
From Camp Randall, Reedsburg set to kick off here. Matt Peck, Elijah Vinkslot, a 7-7 game here. Reedsburg goes down and scores. DJ James and Jack Nelson back for Grafton. Here's the kickoff. It'll be taken by James from the 11-yard line across to the 20 to the 25. Keeps on pushing down to the 31-yard line. And that's where Grafton's offense will set up here. And the 7-7 game still here in the first quarter. 1:25 remaining. So we'll talk about what happened before the break. Reedsburg came away with a huge interception that time by Ian McClure. And then one play later, who else? Then Will Mikanovich all the way for a touchdown. That ended up being for 80 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Grafton. In front of 31-yard line of their own. 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Here's a snap, fake the handoff. Schiller looking downfield and way overthrown, incomplete.
He's kind of lucky he didn't underthrow it a little bit because there was a Reedsburg defender secondary in the secondary really just chasing him down. And one of the Grafton guys just stopped running the route.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up here. 1:18 left here in this first quarter. 7-7 game between Grafton and Reedsburg here. Grafton ball here on their own 31-yard line. 2 wide receivers on the right, nobody on the left. Handoff here to Nelson. Nelson will cut through and taken down, maybe a gain of 2 or 3. So they'll set up 3rd down for this Grafton offense. And this Grafton offense looked dominant on the first drive, but Reedsburg, and even on the last drive, obviously there was a killer for Grafton coming away with the interception, but Grafton able to get the ball down the field 2 times in a row, but that was mainly on their 3rd down conversions. Grafton today is 1 for 3 on 3rd downs, but they're also 1 for 1 on 4th downs. They went for a 4th down, I believe, last possession. So 2 wide receivers now on the right, 2 on the left. 3rd and 7 now from the 34-yard line. Schiller gets the snap, empty backfield. Pass across the right side, incomplete, a little bit overthrown. And it'll set up 4th down. That pass was intended to Tyler Deere. Tyler Deere gets that one. He's got nobody on the right side. He's got a 1st down. So Grafton forced a punt, and this Reedsburg team doing their job here. So Reed Schaefer set to punt for Grafton. So that one will be punted away. Will Minokovic not able to touch that one on the return. And the ball will be spotted about the 27-yard line. With 22 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, Reedsburg will take the field.
one play rushing touchdown last time on the after the interception. That's a way to shift the momentum. You got to really just set the tone. Grafton did their job in that first drive, and now Reedsburg got it right back, had that 80-yard rushing touchdown after the interception and touchback, and now we're even and leveled, and they get the ball back after getting a stop with all the momentum on their side right now.
1st and 10 now from their own 27-yard line for Reedsburg. And the snap this time goes Will Minokovic. And he'll be met pretty much at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a gain of 2. And that'll run out the quarter here at Camp Randall Stadium here for the Division III state championship game here. We head to the second quarter here. Grafton and Reedsburg all knotted up at 7-7. We'll be back here on Zaleski Sports for the second quarter after this.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield, is your local Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. They have it all, including farm tractors and the best-selling and #1 rated in durability and owner experience Kubota Compact Do-It-All tractors. And don't forget the versatile Kubota RTV utility vehicles, along with Kubota zero-turn mowers for the best lawn care equipment. Get them all at Chili Implement. Chili Implement is open Monday through Saturday. Call us or visit our website at chiliimplement.com.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vinkslata here from Camp Randall Stadium. Today's game is sponsored by Infinity Exteriors. Infinity Exteriors is installing peace of mind roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. That's Infinity Exteriors. Good game so far here, 7-7 here from Camp Randall. It'll be Reedsburg ball, 7-7. From their own 29-yard line here, 2nd and 8, coming out of the TV timeout here. Lots of winter sports here on Zaleski Sports. Lots of games tonight. Me and Elijah will start our winter sports slate next Saturday at Racine Case High School for the Case Thanksgiving shootout with
Racine Park versus Oak Creek in the first game, and then Racine Lutheran against Franklin.
Yep, so Racine County versus old SEC foes. Can't say Oak Creek's in the SEC anymore. They're in the Classic 8 now, so still getting used to that. But it's basketball starting next week, and that's going to be a long season as well. But still got a handful of football games left here. But Zaleski Sports has had some girls basketball on this week, and they have some on tonight as well. So it'll be 2nd and 8. So Will Mikanovich has been the leading rusher for Reedsburg. So far, and he's in the backfield along with many other Beavers. This time it will be number 1 on the right side, and he'll be taken down behind the 30-yard line. Quite a hit that time from number 3 of Grafton, Tyler Deere, who also plays defense. And that time the handoff went to Gavin Budnick of Reedsburg, and it'll be 3rd and 8 coming up here from their own 29-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 8. Reedsburg breaks the huddle. They'll come to the line of scrimmage here. Mikanovich in the backfield. See what Reedsburg does. They'll give it to him, and he'll be taken down. Probably a loss of 1 or 2 on that play, actually.
This week you can make a case that he lost 3. The Grafton defender just kept pushing him backwards.
So instead of 4th down now for this Reedsburg defense.
I think forward progress.
Reedsburg offense.
I think forward progress kept them at the line of scrimmage, though.
So it'll be 4th and 8 coming up now. Still remains a 7-7 game. Reed Schaefer. Nope, wrong team. Will McNovich is set to punt for Reedsburg. And that one's going to take a Reedsburg bounce all the way to Grafton's own 15-yard line. So 10:28 left here in the second quarter. Grafton will take the field. It's been a pretty good game so far. It's kind of turned into a defensive game. You know, Grafton moved the ball pretty well to begin. You know, Grafton's dominating the yardage right now, 168 yards, and then Reedsburg only at 84, and Reedsburg no passing yards. Grafton dominating the passing yards at 116 passing yards and 52 rushing yards. Grafton 8 first downs to start this game. Reedsburg only has 1 first down, but it's a 7-7 game. That's all that matters. The scoreboard right now, 7-7. So 1st and 10 now from their own 16-yard line. Schiller gets the snap here, hands it off this time. Maybe a couple on the play. That time it's once again Jack Nelson on the ball carrier. So it'll be a gain of 2. Landon Knuth on the tackle for Reedsburg. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 now, a gain of 2 on the last play. Here's a snap, fakes the handoff. Looking downfield, pass to the left side is going to be almost picked off. Right off the hands of the Reedsburg defender, a little bit overthrown. That was right off the hands of number 2, Will McNovich. So he's been doing everything today. Almost with an interception there. Kind of went off both hands of Tyler Deere and McNovich. They're kind of both right in that spot. So now it'll be 3rd and 8 now. 9:48 left here in this second quarter. So Grafton will send 4 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Empty backfield. Schiller gets the snap. Looking to throw. Pass to the left side is going to be hauled in. What a catch. And a 1st down for Grafton. And that's Tyler Deere, the leading wide receiver. Hauls it in. He kind of was in the air for like 2 seconds when he caught that ball. Reedsburg tried to knock it out. He came down with his feet. Kind of brought him in the air. There was no way they're going to push him out of bounds there as he was still at least a couple feet from the sideline. So it'll be 1st and 10, reset downs here at the 32-yard line. So 2 wide receivers on the right. 1 on the left. 1 man in the backfield to snap. The handoff, trying to spin around tackles, and a well-read that time by the Reedsburg defense. That's number 52, Porter Redner on the tackle that time. And to be a gain of 1, officially from Jack Nelson. Clock sitting around 8:45 remaining here, 2nd and 9. 2 wide receivers on the right for Grafton, 1 on the left. They break the huddle. 1 man sticks in the backfield. Schiller gets the snap, fakes the handoff, rolling to the right away. Pressured, pass is caught from the backfield, out to the 33-yard line, taken down, right around the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 2. Schiller went shorter on that one, and that was to the tight end that time.
I think they were going to give him a yard on that.
Ian Cornelius on the reception, and they give him a yard, so it's 3rd and 8 once again for this Grafton team. So 2 wide receivers on the right here on this 3rd and 8, 1 on the left. 1 man in the backfield. Schiller gets the snap here, looking across the middle on the right side is going to be incomplete, almost intercepted. Tipped in the air, but nobody could come down with it. It's kind of a dangerous pass that time. A lot of Reedsburg defenders in that area. And number 23 of Reedsburg, Luke Spencer, comes down, knocking that one down. So Grafton forced to punt again. Reedsburg doing a phenomenal job here on defense ever since that opening drive.
They've had a couple of those tip drill type plays that Reedsburg could have had an interception on. They weren't able to execute, but thankfully for them, it's 4th down now. So Punt team coming out. Reedsburg has man set up to return around the 33. Oh, no.
And it's a high snap. He's got to try to punt this one away. Still somehow gets it away and across the 50-yard line. You'll take anything with positive yardage after that snap. I was using binoculars, so I was late to that snap to see who was returning it for Reedsburg. So that's a positive thing for Grafton because they just had to get the ball punted away. It looks like we'll take a TV timeout here. So 7-7 game here, 7:39 left here in the second quarter. We'll be back with more football after this on Zaleski Sports.
Maida Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Maida Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at maidacustom.com.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vink here from Camp Randall Stadium. Today's game is sponsored by Bound. Be sure to check out BoundWisconsin.com for scores, standing stats, and written content throughout the week. I get my stats from Bound Wisconsin, and you can too. That's www.boundwisconsin.com. Yeah, conference standings, everything on Bound that you need. Stats. We got our own stats here at the state tournament provided by the WIAA, but during the regular season, I recommend Bound as a perfect resource. The basketball season coming up here.
Boys and girls basketball they got on there. I think maybe in the spring too. They're possibly working on baseball
That would be
and
nice.
softball too.
Yeah. So
Especially
introduced
for
the
rosters, right?
coaching staff: Jim Norris. He's assisted by Luke Menzel, Eric Graff, Russell Cross, Carter Grant, Noah Cook, Jace Gwynn, Eric Plefflegger, Michael Seefeld, DJ Hilgert, Josh Mack, and Zach Steller. Head coach of Reedsburg is Calvin Zenz. He's assisted by Quinn Hobbs, Clint Byer, Brian Pottinger, Anthony Ruzaga, Matt Delkamp, Carson Byer, Dan Belk, Tim McConowich, Doug Middlestat, CJ Wishman, Isaac Nuth, and Travis Wilson. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Reedsburg coming out of this TV timeout here from the 45-yard line. Handoff this time to McNovich, and he's taken down in the backfield.
Man, Grafton, that's going to be a loss of yardage too, right?
Yeah, he didn't seem like he went anywhere that time, so it'll be 2nd down and 12, so it's going to be a loss of 2. McNovich been stopped pretty well this time by this Grafton defense. They kind of know a lot of times the ball's going to him. He's the leading rusher by over 1,000 rushing yards. So
it seems like after he got that big rushing touchdown, they were right on it ever since. They've had a couple tackles for a loss, and that's really set the tone after that big touchdown from Reedsburg.
McNovich had 83 yards so far. He had that big, long touchdown run in the first quarter. A handoff once again to him up the middle. He'll push for positive yards this time, at least 4 yards on the play. So it'll be 3rd down coming up here, and we'll see what Reedsburg can do today. Reedsburg is, so far in 3rd down today, 0 for 2. Their touchdown came on 1st down after the interception earlier. So let's see if Reedsburg can convert their first 3rd down of the game.
Look at where the ball is spotted. It's spot on at midfield at the Wisconsin W.
Yeah, so from the 50-yard line, 3rd and 5 for this Reedsburg offense. Reedsburg could really use a 1st down here. Snap here. McNovich on the carry. Keeps on pushing. He's going to get close, and he gets by. 1st down.
And more.
On the extra push and more. What a play from Reedsburg that time. So it'll be 1st and 10, Reedsburg. So 1st and 10 now. Here's a snap. Handoff to the right side this time. So this time it was Gavin Budnick, the ball carrier. So it'll be 2nd and 5. Reedsburg on the last play converted their first third down of the game. So this time it'll be 2nd and 5 now from the 36-yard line. Handoff this time up the middle. It's going to be read well. McNovich once again the ball carrier. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 now coming up here. Reedsburg converted a 3rd down already on this possession. Handoff up the middle. No, it's going to be on the outside, left side. Keeps on going. Read well that time by that Grafton defense. It looked to me that the quarterback, nope, Ian McClure was the running back who had it that time. Kept it himself. Kind of fooled Grafton's defense at first, but able to recover on defense. So it'll be 4th and 4. And Reedsburg, I would recommend keeping the offense out there, and they're going to. It'll be from Grafton's 35-yard line. So 4th and 4 now. Here's the snap. They're going to look to pass, and it's going to be incomplete. Almost got it to him. First pass attempt we saw from Reedsburg today. And just if it would have had a little bit more thrust on it, he would have gotten the first down. So it'll be a turnover on downs, and Grafton will take over.
Need a little therapy? Bill's Service Center has been saving marriages and families since 1977. Forget testing your nerves. Test your next ride in a Polaris or Can-Am side-by-side or ATV. With nearly 100 units in stock, you'll find the perfect excuse to escape together. Because families that ride together, they actually have fun together. Bill's Service Center. Service is our name, tools and toys are our game.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vanxalata here from Camp Randall Stadium here on, once again, Zaleski Sports. 7-7 game here, 3:37 left here before halftime. Been a fun one so far. It's been a defensive battle since the first couple possessions. Reedsburg turned the game around with an interception and then a big touchdown run. Grafton was a big first possession, had the big pass, but wiped off, but they were able to sustain a slow drive to get down the field.
Yeah, to no surprise, Reedsburg in that double wing offense, all rushing yards so far, 104 rushing yards and no passing yards so far today. It looked like they finally were going to try to pass it on that 4th down play, but Grafton was ready for the pressure there. And that's what you got to do on 4th down too. Jim Norris and his squad was ready for that one.
Here's a snap for Grafton. Once again, takes over on offense. So it'll be a gain of 4. This will be Jack Nelson on the carry. So it'll be interesting to see what Grafton could go down and do before halftime. It was Grafton ball to start this game, so Reedsburg would get the ball after halftime. So 2nd and 6. Here's a snap. Handoff once again to Nelson on the right side. Taken down. He almost bursted out, so it'll be 3rd down coming up. So it'll be 3rd and 3 now. Grafton breaks the huddle. Nobody lined up outside. 2 men in the backfield behind the quarterback, Schiller. Schiller gets the snap, hands it off. Left side, well read that time. Take it down. And that's going to end up being number 7 on the tackle. Colin Wolf came in. And now that forces 4th down for Grafton. And Grafton's going to have to go to special teams. And Reedsburg, I'm surprised, hasn't called a timeout. They have 3 left.
That's what I was going to say, but they do get the ball at half, so I think what they're going to try to do right now is try to see if they could get anything quick right now, and if they don't get it now, they could get it after the half and try to get something.
And here's a snap, the punt. Oh, nearly blocked. That'll be taken from about the 24-yard line, fair caught. So Reedsburg offense will come out. I don't think we'll use a TV timeout this time. Something you got to get used to at State.
I think they're going to let him play here. Barry Alvarez Field from Camp Randall Stadium.
So there's a lot of pronunciation talk with Reedsburg's running back. Is it Miko Nevic? I was told to say Miko, so that's why I want it in the press box. That's why I'm wondering. Apparently I've been saying it wrong. So Miko Nevic this time up the middle. Is that better?
Is that what it says in here?
Well, that's the way I was told to say it in the press box with the I pronunciation. Meanwhile, he goes 6 yards up the middle. I'm getting all a bunch of words, so I don't know. So Reedsburg calls a timeout. It'll be 2nd and 4. We'll stay with you, but coming up, 2 more games today. 1 o'clock, Elijah Vinksalaw on the call here on Zaleski Sports. It's West Superior versus Notre Dame, pass versus run.
Patrick Greisen against Kingston Allen. Battle of the best quarterback in the state and the battle of the best running back in the state.
The late slot, Bayport against Arrowhead. Brady Moon against Jacob Seiner. So that'll be fun. 2 really good running backs.
Arrowhead, they got a lot of great guys all around on both sides of the field, too. You know, you got guys like Otto Cochran on the defensive end for Arrowhead that can really set the tone. Jacob Seiner on offense. They got a really stacked offensive line on Arrowhead. But then you look at Bayport as well. They have a really good quarterback in Matt Stevens as well, and they got a couple big weapons. Stay with us all day, folks.
You don't go anywhere.
Day. All the way up to like almost 7 p.m. tonight.
And here's a snap on the right side. This time that one goes to. That ends up being number 10, Ian McClure. So it'll be 3rd and 4 coming up now for this Reedsburg offense. Ball will be spotted on their own 30-yard line. Under a minute remaining. We're about 50 seconds remaining here in this first half. So handoff up the middle. And the jersey's being pulled on. Miko Nevic pushing. He's going to get the first down. So the clock will stop here at 36 seconds. So it'll be timeout Reedsburg. 1 timeout remaining. So we'll just stay with here because we'll be at halftime a lot. So like I mentioned, a lot of Reedsburg will break the huddle here. 36 seconds remaining here. Before the half, it'll be 1st and 10. And another timeout call, this time by Grafton.
All right, we'll take a game break.
All right, we'll take a game break. We'll be back with more after this on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Back.
So back here on Zaleski Sports. 7-7 game here from Camp Randall Stadium. I almost lost my train of thought there for a minute.
From the Kohl Center.
Yeah, right down on the other side of the city.
Now both teams trying to run their money with their timeouts now. 3 timeouts in like the last minute.
So 1st and 10 now. Handoff on the left side. And taking out a bounce, but it's going to end up being a 1st down and a gain about 16. Looked like the play was going to be stopped. Like it looked like there's a bunch of, but he got through and ended up getting more than a lot of us thought. So
yeah, this could be huge for Reedsburg if they could come out and score right before the end of the half. They're at about just in the midfield, but the clock's going to continue to roll. They only got one more timeout left, so let's see.
So 1st and 10 now from the 24, with 24 seconds left here from the 50-yard line. It'll be a keeper on the right side. Keeps on going, getting close, stiff the defender and out of bounds inside the 30.
And they're starting to get almost in range of Sawyer Middlestat too. Their kicker. His longest kick of the year was 32 yards. He was 3 for 4. Right now you're looking at around a 41 to 42-yard kick, so you should probably try to get around the 15-yard line for Middlestat's comfort range if you want a field goal, but I'm sure they want to try to get touchdown here first. Try to think about that. Just move the yardage first and foremost.
That's what I'm saying. So 12 seconds left here, ball on the 26-yard line.
26 of Grafton.
So 2 wide receivers will set up on the right for Reedsburg this time. It's going to be a pass. A real Reedsburg pass is a sack.
That'll probably take us to the half.
So a handful of Grafton players came in. Kind of broke through the offensive line. It ended up being 2nd and 18, and a timeout's called here with 2 seconds remaining before the half.
Yeah, folks, got to fix the scoreboard real quick.
So
change back to Oconomowoc again. That's like our default.
So it'll be 2 seconds remaining here before the half. 2nd and 18. This will be interesting to see what happens here with Reedsburg. Obviously, I think it was Reedsburg that called the timeout there. Yep, it was timeout Reedsburg. So 2 seconds remaining here. Are they going to attempt a long field goal, or what's going to happen here? Because it's 2nd and 18.
I would just try to, in a double wing, it's kind of hard to do like a Hail Mary.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of going to be interested to see what they do out of this break.
Maybe just try to run it once and see what you can get out of it.
And they're going to pass once again, going downfield, and that one's going to be intercepted to close out the half. But tackled right away. We're going to head to halftime with a 7-7 game here in the Division III state championship game here on Zaleski Sports. We'll take a couple breaks and we'll be back with our halftime report presented by Grassland Butter after this.
Help us create iron castings the world uses and trusts. At WIAA Foundry, you're not just making parts. It's the pride in what you do, the quality of people beside you, and the career you create. What we make matters. Who makes them matters more. Join us. Cast your future at WIAA Foundry. Visit jobs.wapakafoundry.com. Go Comets!
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here? Back with Better Halves, Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I won't treat you like number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Back here at halftime here on Zaleski Sports. Matt Peck, Elijah Vinsalata. Elijah's going to step off for a minute. I'm going to talk about what we've seen here in the first half. So far, it's kind of looked like at the beginning Grafton was going to run away, but Reedsburg got that interception. It just seems like after that, it's been a defensive fight. So one thing, let's run through a little bit of stats here. So Will McConowitz for Reedsburg has 142 yards on the ground. Reedsburg receiving is at 0. See how, make sure I can get my thing here to Grafton. On the other, right now I think I only have Reedsburg stats up. Let's see here. There we go. So here on the Grafton end, Nick Schiller, 131 passing yards here at the half. 1 interception, no touchdown passes yet. Grafton's receiving has been led the way by so far Tyler Deere, who's we talked about for the season, has been the main guy for Grafton. Just looking at the stats alone. Rushing, Grafton has been led by Jack Nelson, 53 rushing yards. So it's kind of been like a upfront battle. Many expected, Grafton. People weren't sure about Reedsburg finishing fourth in their conference, 10-3, 4-3 in the conference. They weren't sure how Reedsburg was going to come out. But Reedsburg, I got to say, so far in the first half has played up to the level. Just phenomenal. I want to remind you of our upcoming broadcasts for the Milwaukee area for Zaleski Sports. We're going to have starting winter sports next week at Racine Case for the Racine Case basketball shootout. We're on basketball as well coming up. Wrap up the football season here. Matt Peck, Elijah Vinksel have been awesome services for you in the Milwaukee area. I want to thank Jason Zaleski and everybody for letting us be part here at State Football. And a huge thank you to some of our sponsors for getting us all these 7 games. Meanwhile, our halftime report is brought to you by Grassland Butter. Find exciting and rewarding career opportunities now at grassland.com. Always a fun experience coming here to Camp Randall. Like last night we were talking, first time I was ever actually here on a Thursday. Did not disappoint last night. So 7-7 game here. We'll wait for Elijah to get back before we go back to commercial here. Got food out here in the press box, so it's probably where he is right now. But Reedsburg's band takes the field here. One thing I'm going to look forward for Reedsburg is Reedsburg can easily win this game as much as Grafton can win this game right now is the way I look at it. So Reedsburg is probably the underdog, I would say, coming to this game. So Reedsburg, what they need to do to come out in the second half, in my opinion, set the tone early and go down and get some points. Because that would really, I think, put pressure on Grafton because many people did not expect Grafton to be in this point. But kind of like Winneconne last night. Winneconne was kind of in the same situation. Winneconne, everybody kind of expected Winneconne to win. And Little Chute was there in the fourth quarter, and everybody's like, ooh, well, Winneconne pulled this out, and they'll end up doing it. But maybe you'll see the same situation out of Grafton today. But Reedsburg has yet to have the lead today. Like I said, coming out of the half, it would be huge if they could get the lead. But we're going to take a break here on Zaleski Sports here at halftime at the Grassland Butter. We'll talk about upcoming schedules and more after this on Zaleski Sports for the rest of the day.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland dairy products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Back here at halftime here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vincelata. Here from Camp Randall Stadium, 7-7 game. About under 5 minutes remaining before the second half here, but they'll add a couple minutes for warm-ups. But coming up the rest of the day, we'll talk about all audio broadcasts on Zaleski Sports here on the YouTube channel. After this, it'll be West Superior, Notre Dame, number 1 running back in the state against number 1 quarterback. That should be fun. Elijah Vincelata next to me on the call. I'll be back on the call for Bayport Arrowhead at 4 p.m. That's going to be interesting. Classic 8 against FRCC. I'd say Bayport is probably the favorite in that one. Just kind of like, well, next game I can't tell you. This one, like, there's some games where, like, you got this Cinderella team. Kind of, shouldn't say Reedsburg is really a Cinderella. Now, Whitefish Bay would have won last week. That would have been a for real Cinderella. But Reedsburg is kind of in that alley because, like I said, just finished 4-3 in conference, 4th place. To get to state like that is it's a pretty big milestone. Just looking at Reedsburg, they lost a couple close games throughout the year. Holman, 21-22. La Crosse Central, 28-35. La Crosse Logan, 36-42. That's sort of 3 losses, all in conference. Non-conference, they played McFarland and DeForest. DeForest, it's been a couple years since we've seen them, but 2019 they were here and they won it all. So that's kind of one of those powerhouses we might maybe never know you could see back here in a couple of years if they kind of rebuild in that situation. But Grafton, they were just here 2 years ago, and we told a story earlier about how the head coach, his wife was pregnant the week of state, and she went into labor, and he had to miss a day of practice, and it was kind of all over the place. But, still able to manage time and coach a football team. Unfortunately, they lost, but still quite a story you don't hear about very often, especially in a state championship game, something like that coming up. And I think he ended up missing a day of practice. I watched back the WIAA media call, and he talked about that day because he said it kind of happened that Sunday to Monday situation where he had to balance going to practice and going to the hospital. So yeah, it's still a crazy one. And one thing we want to point out, we were talking about this during a commercial, but the trend that's been going on during college football where each kid takes their shirt off and waves it around, they're doing that at Camp Randall, kind of in the Reedsburg section to the north. Got about 10 kids over there. Obviously not too cold. Yeah, they've been doing it a while. So, anyways, we got about 2 minutes remaining before half. I think we'll jump in a couple more commercials here, and then we'll come back with you for the second half here on Zaleski Sports. We'll see you in a couple minutes after this.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield, is your local Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. They have it all, including farm tractors and the best-selling and #1 rated in durability and owner experience Kubota compact do-it-all tractors. And don't forget the versatile Kubota RTV utility vehicles, along with Kubota zero-turn mowers for the best lawn care equipment. Get them all at Chili Implement. Chili Implement is open Monday through Saturday. Call us or visit our website at chiliimplement.com.
Mega Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Mega Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at MedaCustom.com.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic point sodas for the kids, We've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Need a little therapy? Bill's Service Center has been saving marriages and families since 1977. Forget testing your nerves. Test your next ride in a Polaris or Can-Am side-by-side or ATV. With nearly 100 units in stock, you'll find the perfect excuse to escape together. Because families that ride together, they actually have fun together. Bill's Service Center. Service is our name, tools and toys are our game.
Save now on what you need for all your projects. Menards 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day. Update your bathroom and save 11% on a Dakota vanity. Transform your home with an 11% rebate on new Mastercraft doors. Organize your space and save 11% on a Clearview closet. Or go even bigger and get an 11% rebate on a whole house. Hurry in now to save big. Menards 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day.
Save big money at Menards.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vincelati here. About minute 45 before the second half begins here. And that's the second timer now, so it'll really be a minute 45. Reedsburg will get the ball at a half. Like I talked about 2 segments ago, what they need to do coming out of the half to really kind of put pressure on this Grafton team, because many people weren't expecting Reedsburg to even get to state, let alone be in the game at halftime. They weren't sure because Grafton's defense was pretty known to be elite, but Reedsburg kind of doing the job, but it came via turnover and then a run play the very next play by Mikonowitz. So he's kind of been the main guy for Reedsburg all year and continues to be this afternoon. And kind of part of this run for the team. So, Elijah, we got basketball starting next week. We might as well talk about that in the next minute. We got Racine Park against Oak Creek next week. And then Franklin versus Racine Lutheran after. They're both at Racine Case High School for the Case Basketball Thanksgiving Classic. I believe that's what it's called. But basketball season's here already. A lot of good teams around the state. We'll be at the best games possible in the Milwaukee area with a camera. Can't have a camera at state, but we'll be there with a camera at the regular games. Should be fun.
Should be hip, that's for sure. We got a lot of great basketball coming in your way this winter in the Milwaukee area, starting next weekend at the Racine Case. I don't think they call it Did they call it?
It's funny because they're doing 2 weekends this year. They have one on the 6th too. I think it's just going to be called Holiday
Showcase. Yeah. I want to say one year they called it like the Thanksgiving Showcase.
Yeah, I think last year was the first year, so I think last year they called it
But to preview that game a little bit, we got a quick time to preview that game, right? Those 2 games. Oak Creek going into is this year number 3 now with Eric Hollow?
Yeah.
And they get to go up against the state run. No, they were in the state semifinal, right? Racine Park.
State runner-ups.
State runner-ups.
They lost to Tulsa West in the state championship.
Milwaukee area team was guaranteed to win that game. They fell just short as the runner-ups. They got the silver ball, and just came up short. Casey Robbins, fresh off of a really great season. They're losing Isaiah Robinson, Jackson Moss, the 2 main guys. It'll be interesting. They got Zari Gwynn still. That will be a really great matchup. And then Franklin senior phenom Jacob Mislich coming in this year for Tyler Padola's squad. And Racine Lutheran, can't forget about San Petroff as we're going to begin the second half now.
Yep, so second half underway here. Grafton set to kick it off. It'll be Grace Bellock set to kick it off for Grafton. So it'll be taken by Jackson Hess, and actually going in the back of the end zone to be a touchback to open up the half here for Reedsburg. Hess was going to return it, but decided to let it bounce because of where all the defenders were. So it'll be taken from the 20-yard line now, and Reedsburg will start on offense. And like I said, they kind of need a statement drive to start out the half, like I talked about at halftime. 10-3. Many people don't expect a 3-loss team to get to state. That means they were 6-3 in the regular season. So 1st and 10 now from the 20-yard line to open up the half here. Here's a snap. It'll be a handoff to Mikonowitz. Mikonowitz across the 25 to down to the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, 2nd and 4 coming up. So you're going to see a lot of feeding to McConowitz for the second half here. So 2nd and 4 coming up. Reedsburg, 1 man in the backfield, 2 on the outside. Snap here. McConowitz once again on the carry. And he's going to try to push through a little bit. He's going to get across the first down marker. It'll be a first down for Reedsburg. So it gets to the 32-yard line. It'll be a 6-yard run once again. So Reedsburg kind of doing what they need to open up the half. Just, you don't have to go the home run down the field. Just move the ball slowly. Kind of like what Grafton did in the first possession. They did a big pass that was wiped off, but they moved the ball slowly down the field, went down and scored. Grafton hasn't scored since that first possession. So 1st and 10 now from the 33-yard line. Here's a snap. McConowitz gets the carry again. Cutting across the right side, close to the 50-yard line, taken down at about the 47. And it'll be another first down for Reedsburg. So Reedsburg, 2 first downs to start off this possession.
And the first 2 plays, too. That's the thing about this offense, though. They could run only 6 to 8 plays, and you could get down already 7 minutes and a half.
Yeah, that's the thing Grafton's going to have to take into account, too. Reedsburg, when they had the ball, they're probably going to keep it for a while. But Grafton, though, did the same thing to start the game. They had the ball for almost the first 7 minutes of the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 47-yard line. Here's a snap. McConowitz once again with the carry across the 50-yard line into Grafton territory. Keeps on going, taken down close to the 35-yard line. Another first down for Reedsburg. So McConowitz really coming out with fire here in this second half and running through this Grafton defense.
That was another first down run, too. So 3 big runs that started off.
So down to 37. So Reedsburg in business here. Definitely to start the second half like I was talking about. So Reedsburg breaks the huddle now. They'll approach the line of scrimmage from Grafton's 37-yard line. Here's the snap. It'll be a QB keeper this time on the left side. And there's going to be a flag thrown on the play. Goes out of bounds about the 30-yard line. That was kept that time by Sawyer Middlestat. We'll see. We'll check the flags here. Indication looks like it could be on Reedsburg. We haven't seen too many penalty flags today. You figure by the state championship, everyone's disciplined. It's going to be a holding against the offense. It'll be a 10-yard penalty, so it'll be 1st and 20 coming up now. So Reedsburg will have to be pushed back to the 42-yard line. They got to get to the 27-yard line now for a first down.
It's like it'll be 1st and 15, so the spot of the foul was a little bit closer up.
So they got to get to the 27-yard line for a first down. They'll now have the ball from Grafton's 42. So 9:16 remaining here in this third quarter. 7-7 game. Reedsburg with the ball in Grafton territory. Here's the snap. Hand off to McConowitz again. Met by a handful of Blackhawks that time. McConowitz really didn't go anywhere that time. Kind of like he has been the last couple of times. I think Grafton's like, hey, we need to get him figured out now because he's kind of been run all over defense to start. That's kind of the reason why Reedsburg is where they are right now in the field, because of McConowitz. So it'll be 2nd and 15 once again, so gain of nothing on the play from the 42-yard line. Middlestead under center. 3 guys in the backfield behind him this time. This time we'll go to McConowitz again, and he's taken down. Gain of nothing. He probably might even have lost a yard or 2 there. So Grafton kind of starting to figure out, kind of open up this half. It's actually going to end up being a gain of 1. just got a yard there. So it'll be 3rd and 14. So Reedsburg, not a pass-heavy team. They've passed, I believe, twice today.
No completions either.
Yeah, no completions, but I believe it was 2 passing attempts today by Middlestad. And one of them was actually almost caught earlier. He just had to get a little bit more thrust on the ball. So 3rd and 14 now from the Grafton 41 for Reedsburg. One man in the backfield. Here's a snap. And it'll be a carry to McConowitz, and he gets about 2 or 3 on the play. He looked like he broke 1 tackle, then only got 2 or 3. But
I think they're going to mark him down 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The original line of scrimmage at 10. Yeah, this is a good idea to punt it here.
Yeah.
Flip the field position, try to pin him down inside the 10.
So back for Grafton is number 3, Tyler Deere, the leading receiver. Punting it will be Will McConowitz, and it's going to be a fake. Oh, my goodness, on the left side, a flag is thrown. It'll be a first down. McConowitz kept it himself, but let's check the flags first. What a play. What a play call from Calvin Zenz, the Reedsburg head coach.
Yeah, that's not going to matter. It's going to be holding on Reedsburg. So now they're going to really have to, unless something crazy, I mean, this is going to be about a 4th and 22 now. Because they threw that flag relatively fast.
Yep, holding on the offense. So it'll be 4th and 22 coming up now, and they'll be on the 49-yard line. They're going to have to punt. So they're going to send Tyler Deere back once again to receive. Nope. Will McConowitz will punt for Reedsburg. Here's the punt away. And it'll roll. Takes a Reedsburg bounce inside the 10. It'll be down at the 9-yard line. So let's see what they do here at Camp Randall. Looks to me that they are heading. Are they heading to a TV timeout?
I will stay.
Yep, it'll be a TV timeout. So what do we want to do?
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Help us create iron castings the world uses and trusts. At Wapaka Foundry, you're not just making parts. It's the pride in what you do, the quality of people beside you, and the career you create. What we make matters. Who makes them matters more. Join us. Cast your future at Wapaka Foundry. Visit jobs.wapakafoundry.com. Go Comets!
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vangslada here from Camp Randall Stadium here, home of the Wisconsin Badgers for state championship football here in Division III. 6:53 remaining here in this third quarter, 7-7, Reedsburg, Grafton. Today's game is sponsored by Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. So 7-7 game like we just talked about. 6:53 left here in this third quarter between Grafton and Reedsburg. It'll be Grafton football inside their own 10-yard line. Coming out of this TV timeout. Reedsburg had a little bit going on that last possession out of the half, but kind of stalled, and they tried a fake punt, but it had a holding penalty on it. So I like the play calling from Calvin Zenz there because I don't think Grafton expected that fake punt at all because McConowitz able to just take off, and he got the first down, but there was a holding play during the process. So Grafton will take over here 1st and 10 from their own 9-yard line. This is kind of where you got to be careful if you're Nick Schiller for a possible. Don't throw in the coverage. You can look at a pick 6 possibly. So got to be careful with it here. That's for sure. So one wide receiver will set up on the right. 2 on the left the guys on the left kind of bunched in more here for Grafton. Here's the snap. It'll be a handoff to the left side this time. It'll be a gain of a couple yards. And it'll get into the 14-yard line, so 5 yards on the carry that time from Jack Nelson. So 2nd and 5 coming up here. About 6.5 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. So 2nd and 5 now. Grafton sends nobody in the backfield. 4 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Snap here. Looking to the left side. Pass is going to be caught at the 22-yard line. Breaks a tackle. Cuts again to the 30-yard line. Out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. So first down Grafton. That was completed to Tyler Deere. So 1st and 10 now from the 33-yard line. Grafton breaks the huddle. Ooh. So 1 wide receiver on each side. 2 now on the left. 1 kind of pushed in more towards the line of scrimmage. 1 man in the backfield. Schiller gets the snap, hands it off this time on the left side. Cutting out to the left. Across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Taken down. A first down for Grafton. And that's Jack Nelson once again. So Grafton getting near midfield. They'll go hurry up offense here. They'll have no huddle this time. 2 wide receivers now on the right. 1 kind of closer on the left. Schiller gets the snap. He'll hand it off again on the left side. Keeps on going out of bounds at about the 49-yard line. Not quite to the 50, and it'll be 2nd down coming up. Gain of 2 or 3 on the play. So 2nd and 7 coming up. The official yardage was 3 yards on the last play. From the Grafton from their own 49, inching on Reedsburg territory here. 4 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Empty backfield for Schiller. Gets the snap, looking to pass. Pass quickly to the left side. Is caught into Reedsburg territory. Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. First down to Tyler Deere.
I think he's short.
It's close. 3rd down and 1. Okay, yep. So never mind. 3rd down and 1. It was close.
All they have to do right now is do a little inside zone or something here, but don't do what the Packers do on 4th down and 1.
Yeah, don't do what the Packers do. So 3rd and 1 from the 45-yard line of Reedsburg for Grafton.
Should say don't make it too obvious. This is pretty obviously looking like a run right here in the
So
I formation.
2 running backs in the backfield. Run up the middle is good for a first down. Grafton to the 40-yard line. I think it ends up being Jack Nelson on the ball carrier. Let's see here. Officially, who was on the ball carrier there when the WIAA website loads up here? So anyways, it'll be 1st and 10. Grafton goes for it on 4th and 3rd and 1 and gets it. So 2 wide receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Schiller looking to pass now. Rolls to the left. It's going to be incomplete. Reedsburger defender kind of got in his face there and tried to get rid of the ball as fast as possible. So 2nd and 10 now from the Reedsburg 40 for Grafton. So ended up being Jack Nelson on that carry for 5 yards on 3rd and 1. That's who I thought it was, but I just wanted to double check because Grafton does use somebody else once in a while, obviously a fullback. So it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up now from the Reedsburg 40. 4:27 remaining here in this third quarter here from Camp Randall Stadium in the Division III state championship game. 4 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left, empty backfield for Nick Schiller. Schiller gets the snap, rolls back, looks to the left side, pass is going to be caught at the 30-yard line, cuts outside and taken out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. That's a leading wide receiver once again, Tyler Deere. And good enough for Grafton, first down to the 28-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Grafton now from the 28-yard line. They'll send 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Nelson in the backfield behind the quarterback, Schiller. Schiller gets the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Nelson. Nelson cuts around the left side, goes out of bounds at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, 2nd and 8 coming up after this. So Grafton kind of inching in the red zone here of Reedsburg. But keep in mind, last time Grafton was in the red zone, Reedsburg came away with an interception. And Grafton win in the end. Grafton win in the red zone 2 straight possessions, and Reedsburg came away with an interception. And then right after the interception, it was a touchdown run for 81 yards. So there's been a mistake by Grafton already. 1 wide receiver on the right. Here's the snap. Handoff to Nelson once again. Nelson cutting around the left side and take it down at the 16-yard line. He breaks away. It's a first down. He breaks away from that one. He's in for a touchdown. So.
Well, who was that on Reedsburg? That was 1. If he wasn't there, that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah,
easily.
Gavin Budnick came away with that big tackle for Reedsburg. He doesn't get that tackle. Grafton's up 13-7. So it'll be 1st and 10 coming up now from the Reedsburg 16 for Grafton. So it'll be 3 wide receivers on the left. Nobody on the right. Nelson in the backfield behind the quarterback, Schiller. Schiller gets the snap. It'll be a fake handoff. Looks to the left. Keeps on looking to the end zone. Going to be well overthrown out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and 10 now coming up from the 16-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, stay with us. More games after this. Elijah Vincelado comes on the call for Notre Dame versus West De Pere, a game that everybody's looking forward to. Two teams from the Green Bay area. 2 well-different offenses. And then later on, another team from the Green Bay area, Bayport, taking on Classic 8 full Arrowhead Warhawks. So a lot of great games left here. 2 games left here from beautiful Camp Randall Stadium, one of the Big Ten's biggest stadiums. And I see somebody in the friendly little office over there looking through the window. Could that be head coach Luke Fickle? So 4 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Here's a snap to Schiller. Schiller had nobody in the backfield. He's going to keep it himself. He's got a lot of room in front of him. Across the 10, down to the 7-yard line. I'm going to look at my binoculars here and see if that's him. This might sound crazy, but I think that is Luke Fickle in that window over there. Looking down from his office in the corner, which is in the northeast corner of the stadium here. So it'll be 3rd and 2 coming up now from Reedsburg's 8-yard line for Grafton. So Grafton will send nobody. They'll send 2 wide receivers technically. Nobody out. So 2 guys in the backfield looking for the first down, kind of like last time at 3rd down. Here's a snap. Easy first down, Nelson. Nelson keeps on pushing. Touchdown, Grafton! And the ball crops out. But it'll be a touchdown as he crossed the plane already. So Jack Nelson gets in for the touchdown. And Grafton 13-7 lead. The ball came out, but he was across the plane already, so it could not have been a fumble. So Jack Nelson. So Grafton's scoring drive goes 13 plays, 91 yards in 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Here's the extra point, and it's good from Grayson Belloc. Grafton with the 14-7 lead. We had to break here on Zaleski Sports. 2:41 remaining here in the 3rd quarter here from Camp Randall Stadium.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline Motor Oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vinkslaughter here from Camp Randall Stadium. 14-7 lead for Grafton. They jump on with a Jack Nelson rushing touchdown. Today's game is sponsored by Mutual Wausau. Mutual Wausau Insurance, protecting home, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualwausau.com to find an agent near you. So we kind of looked with the binoculars during the break, and I finally got a non-blurry version. I do not think that's head coach Luke Fickell. Like the body type looked like, I think the guy looked a little bit younger than him. But like from here, it could look like it. But that's where I was told his office was yesterday. That's why I kind of said, hey, you never know. But looking across Badgers history while we're waiting here for the TV timeout to end, Big Ten champions most recently in 2010, 2011, 2012, we three-peated. Seems like forever ago, but it really wasn't. It was only about 15 years ago. Be nice to see those days again come true. Rose Bowl 2011, 2012, 2013, and 2020. Some of those games were painful.
2020, they went up against Justin Herbert.
I remember that.
I almost called him San Diego Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers quarterback.
You know, sometimes I wish they would have stayed in San Diego because I feel like they have more of a following in San Diego.
San Diego just has MLB now. That's it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, Grafton set to kick it off here, 14-7. 2:41 left here in the third quarter. Back deep for Reedsburg. It's number Jackson Hess and Colin Wolf. And it'll be bounced through kind of past Hess, and it'll go out of the end zone. And it'll be a touchback, so Reedsburg will start 2 straight possessions at the 20-yard line. Reedsburg, I'm not going to say this is a must-score drive, but I think they need to match the tempo here and try to get in the end zone, or at least get 3 on the board and kind of say, hey, we're staying in this. I think if you get the ball back to Grafton right away, that's really momentum on Grafton's side. Even though they have momentum right now, I think that really puts it on their side if you give Grafton the ball back here, because Grafton kind of seemed like they started to figure things on offense. Let's see how they handle McConowitz, though, here on offense here. So 1st and 10 now for Reedsburg from their own 20-yard line. Here's a snap, handoff to McConowitz on the left side. He's going to gain a couple yards, taken down at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. So 2nd and 6 coming up. Now there's more people watching Fickell's office. There's 3 people up there now.
And now one of them might actually be him.
Yeah, so we'll check that in a little bit. 2nd and 6. People were invested when I talked about that in our comments. 2nd and 6 now from the 24-yard line of their own for Reedsburg on offense. Here's the snap. Another handoff to McConowitz, this time on the right side, and well read that time by that Grafton defense. Number 15 coming in for the tackle for Grafton is Tyler Heinley. So it's going to be 3rd and 3 coming up. And see what Reedsburg can do here on 3rd down. Today so far they are 2 for 6 on 3rd down. A lot of the 3rd down conversions were coming in the second half too. I think they were 0-4 in the first half with 3rd downs, and they got 2 3rd down conversions last possession to open up the half. So it'll be 3rd down and 3 for Reedsburg on their own 27-yard line. Here's the snap, a hand off to McConowitz up the middle, 1st down across the 30-yard line. And that gets him to the 33-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Reedsburg from their own 33. They kind of got to keep doing what they did last possession. Just keep moving that ball small by small. You don't need that home run play yet. You're still in the 3rd quarter here. You still got 12 more minutes left, plus the seconds that are left here in the 3rd quarter. There's 50 seconds remaining here, by the way, in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Handoff once again to McConowitz, and he's met well in the backfield, taken down that time by number 22, Max Glab of Grafton. So it's going to be close. I think he might have just gotten back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be a gain of nothing. So I don't think he loses anything on the play. So the clock continues to roll down here. Sitting at about 20 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Probably run one more play.
Yeah, so
or are they going to try to...
Middlestadt goes under center here. Here's the snap. outside this time. To the right side, got a little bit of room and take it down. What a saving tackle that time by number 15. Tyler Heinley once again, and that was handed off that time to Gavin Budnick that time for Reedsburg. It was not McConowitz. So we'll head to the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Grafton with the 14-7 lead. It'll be third down when we come back here on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Wait, did you?
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Peck, Elijah Vincelati here from Camp Randall. Fourth quarter beginning here between Grafton and Reedsburg here in the Division III state championship game. Grafton with the 14-7 lead here. Will be Reedsburg ball from their own 35-yard line. 3rd and 8 coming out of the break here. To open up the half, today's game is sponsored by Infinity Exteriors. Infinity Exteriors is installing peace of mind roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. That's Infinity Exteriors. So it'll be 3rd and 8, like I just mentioned before, coming out of the break. Reedsburg, you look across, right around the Wisconsin Dells area. Bro, a lot of fans today. Let's look down at Grafton once. Quite a pretty good turnout from Grafton as well. Grafton coming from the Milwaukee area. Technically one of our coverage teams. I don't think, well, they made a Zaleski appearance a couple weeks ago at State for girls volleyball, but before that, I don't know if they've had any Zaleski Sports appearances. So Mike Wendland had the first Grafton Zaleski Sports appearance at State a couple weeks ago. So it'll be 3rd and 8 coming out of the break here. Reedsburg takes the field here from their own 35-yard line. Swap sides of the field here.
Grafton trying to win their first championship since 2009.
So it'll be 3rd and 8. That'd be quite the sum for Grafton.
I mean, not Grafton.
Here's the
Reedsburg,
snap.
that was my bad.
And it's going to be taken down. McConowitz got the snap and taken down quickly.
That was my mistake there. It was there's Reedsburg.
Oh, okay.
Hasn't won it since 2009.
So it'll be lost about 1 or 2 on the play. So it'll be 4th and 9 now. And Reedsburg forced to punt it away. Back deep for Grafton is going to be number 9, Jack Nelson. Punting away for Reedsburg is going to be Will McConowitz.
Almost feel like with the way the double wing offense works, if Grafton scores here, this one could be starting to get out of hand.
Snap, punt, McConowitz. It was kind of like a line drive kick, and Nelson will just let it roll, and it'll be down to the 30-yard line, and that's where Grafton will come out and take over here with 11:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Do we have another TV timeout?
No, I think we're staying because the quarter just started.
Yeah, I would say so too. So we'll stay here. Thank you, 71 of you watching, or I should say listening live. There's no camera today like normal. The game is on, and if you're listening from Grafton, My 24 in Milwaukee, that's where the game can be found. Obviously, if they're having picture issues, which I heard they did last night, well, we shouldn't buffer out, but never say never. But it'll be 1st and 10. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for Grafton of their own.
Grafton hasn't won the title since, or I'll say after this.
Schiller gets a snap, hands it off to Nelson. Nelson breaks free and taken down at the 50-yard line. That was a saving tackle from Reedsburg's. I think Reedsburg's number 1, Gavin Budnick. I think that's the one that made the saving tackle. He doesn't get him. He's all the way gone. That's actually number 7. Take that back, Colin Wolf. That's a drive saving tackle because it's 20-7 if he doesn't make that tackle. So obviously 1st down for Grafton. They get all the way to Reedsburg's 49-yard line now. One person lined up outside for Grafton on the right side. It'll be a handoff to Nelson again. Nelson up the middle. Could break free. Taken down. 1st down once again for Grafton. Ball came out. Was he down though was a question. I don't think so. Reedsburg.
Well, let's look at the replay when they pull it up.
Let's pull the replay up. It's going to be a fumble recovery by Reedsburg at the ruling. Let's take a look at the replay. Kind of came out at the end. So Nelson. Ooh, ball's out there. It's close. It's close. Was his elbow down? That's the question.
I think this is going to be overturned if it's a fumble on
It's close. I don't know. I don't know, Elijah. What do you think? Oh, I thought they just cut it away. I think the ball came up before his knee went down.
They're gonna get
Yep, they're gonna call a replay. I knew that was coming.
They got to show more of the play. I feel like, I mean, the ball looked like it came out right before his elbow hit the ground as he was going airborne on the tackle.
Although what's interesting is Grafton just called a timeout, I believe, because they pointed Grafton for the timeout. We're gonna stay here. I believe. You'd think they'd be reviewing that. They'll tell us on the video screen.
The refs have their microphones too, so
I don't think
I don't think this is a review though.
I
It's
think
just
this
a
is
timeout.
Reedsburg football, and because it's a timeout. So I think they're sticking with the fumble call on the field.
It's hard to tell, honestly. I mean,
see, here's the thing though. They cut the board away, but I saw the ball come out and his knee was not on the ground yet. So I think it's a good call. That it's a fumble. So Reedsburg comes away with the big play that they needed.
I don't think is it considered down though if your elbow is down first though?
It's close. I mean, I don't think his elbow was down when the play that they cut away. So
It looked like it was just short of it.
yeah, it was getting close.
Hopefully, Steve Maves and Mike Wendland down there had a good angle on that one.
So it'll be Reedsburg football now from their own 38-yard line after the fumble. There's 10:36 remaining here. 1st and 10. Handoff here. And that's up the middle. And McConowitz goes nowhere that time. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage or maybe even a loss of one.
This state tournament has been very crazy with all the different reviews.
Especially last night. So it'll be 2nd and 10. It'll be no gain in the play. So Reedsburg comes out with hit. So surprisingly enough, Reedsburg's winning the turnover battle on defense 2-0 right now. And this last time they got a turnover, they went down and scored a touchdown. So that could be their magic fact for Reedsburg. Handoff here. It's a quarterback keeper this time. Across the 40-yard line, dives, gets a couple yards that time. It was Sawyer Middlestad kept that himself. And it'll be 3rd down and 6 coming up from their own 42-yard line.
Now you bring it up again. All the yards on the carry so far have been rushing yards. 215 rushing yards, no passing yards. Do you pass it right here for Reedsburg?
Possibly. 3rd and 6 now. Reedsburg has the ball on their own 42-yard line. 9:27 remaining in this game. Snap here. Hand off. And he's going to be met well in the backfield. Nice stop that time by the Grafton defense. Held up that time by number 55, Miles Mullenberg from Grafton. McConowitz didn't really go anywhere that time. It's kind of been, it's either McConowitz is going to run for 20 yards, it seems like today, or else he's not going to go anywhere. And that's kind of what happened this possession. He didn't really go much. So it'll be Jack Nelson back. The fumble doesn't end up costing Grafton for now, unless they pull a fake punt with us, which they tried earlier. So I wouldn't be surprised. So Jack Nelson back to receive for Grafton.
Oh.
And the punt is away. It's a kind of a low punt. It'll be taken at the 20. Nope. We'll skip pass. Oh, he's going to down that inside the 5. So Jack Nelson kind of let it go behind him. Instead, no touchback. It'll be down at about the 3.5-yard line, 4-yard line over there. And I believe we're heading to TV timeout here. So 14-7 lead for Grafton. We head to break here. 8:41 left.
We're back with better halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Back here on Zaleski Sports here from Camp Randall Stadium. Matt Peck, Elijah Manxalata here. 8:41 remaining in this game. It'll be Grafton football out of the break inside their own 5-yard line. Today's game is sponsored by Bound. Be sure to check out boundwisconsin.com for scores, standings, stats, and written content throughout the week. I get my stats from Bound Wisconsin. You can too. That's www.boundwisconsin.com. Kind of the new stats provider for stats in the state of Wisconsin. So the ball will be officially at Grafton's own 3-yard line. This is kind of where you got, like I talked about earlier, watch out for, don't throw a bad pass. Don't let yourself get sacked in the red area. Anything can kill momentum, and you only got 8:41 remaining. You're in the lead. You have a chance to win a state championship here if you can hold on for the next 8:41, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. Thank you, everybody. 85 of you in here right now watching me and Elijah Manxalata, Matt Peck, Elijah Manxalata here. So it'll be at the 3-yard line. Grafton takes the field now after the TV timeout, after the punt.
I think right now, since you're pinned down at your own 3, I think you just try to get a run up the middle, try to feel more comfortable with the field range.
I think we're going to see Jack Nelson a lot here. Only one wide receiver outside on the right for Grafton. Here's a snap. A handoff to Nelson on the left side. Nelson, maybe a yard or 2. Yep, I think he gets about 2, so it'll be 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 7. Ball's on the 6-yard line. So clock running down, about 8:15 left in this game. Grafton 2 timeouts left. Reedsburg with all 3 timeouts left. So Schiller will go under center now. Still only one wide receiver outside. Schiller gets the snap here on 2nd and 7. Another handoff to Nelson again up the middle. Nelson keeps on pushing across the 10-yard line down to about the 11. It'll still have a 3rd down and short coming up. Grafton notably sending their tight end, Jake Dodd, into the game right now. Something to watch out for if they try to maybe shoot to him on a short pass here.
Well, right now it feels like Grafton's, they're just trying to run more clock down.
Yeah.
Use their run game as much as they can.
So it'll be 3rd and 2 coming up here. Ball on the Grafton's own 11-yard line for themselves. Just need 2 yards. Got to get to the 13 for a 1st down. Here's the snap to Schiller up the middle. Nelson getting close. I don't know if he got there. It's close. And this is going to defend on field position.
I think he almost might be inches short here.
Yeah, I don't know what you do because you don't somehow get it. You get Reedsburg. You're going to have to punt if you don't get this, I think.
Yeah, he's short.
He's short, technically. They're going to bring out the sticks, I think.
From our initial angle, it looks like it's inches short.
Let's see what they end up doing. We'll watch the jump. Yep, they're going to bring out the sticks here. It's close. Number 11 of Reedsburg hit him at the beginning. Tegan Schmidt.
I'm saying short here.
Let's see. Oh, let me put my binoculars on.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's short. Just by a hair. Like, legitimate.
Actually, let's look at the TV. Look at that. Look at how close that is.
That is so close. It's going to be 4th and 1. They say 4th and 2. I don't even know how that's even 2 yards away. It's 4th and probably inches.
4th and inches. I'll put that in. But now, you go for it here still. You're
but say somehow somebody falls down, you give Reedsburg the short field. So,
it looks like they're going to go for it, though.
I guess they don't blame them. That's a dice.
I'd push it here.
Say the play falls around. Okay, 4th and 1 here. Grafton their own 13-yard line. Let's see what happens for up the middle. 1st down, breaks free, and he falls down. Gets to the 30-yard line, doesn't fall down there. He's easily gone for a touchdown.
That was a house call right there.
Jack Nelson did all he needed just to get the 1st down.
I think
that's all he needed was the 1st down, but he almost did more.
It looked like Reedsburg was playing for the they were playing right there for the like the tush push, right? Like the QB.
Yeah,
sneak.
I think they were. They were looking for that tush push QB sneak right there. And it'll be 1st down and 10. Reset the downs from their own 27-yard line. Imagine if Reedsburg would have somehow got the stop there and had the ball that close.
There was nobody there after. There was all green grass in front of him. He just tripped.
Yep. So 1st and 10 now. Reset of downs here from the 27-yard line of their own. Hand off to Nelson once again. Nelson pushing, gain about 2. Gets to close to the 30-yard line. I think it'll be about 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be, 2nd and 8 from the 29-yard line coming up. Defensive battle, we talked about there hasn't been much defense in some of these games at State, and this one has lived up to defense. So if you're a defensive football fan, this has been your type of game. So 2nd and 8 coming up here. Grafton on their own 29-yard line. Schiller gets the snap, hands it off again to Nelson. Nelson's going to be met pretty well. Gain of maybe a yard or 2. It'll be 3rd down coming up. And I think on this 3rd down, you got to go pass. Because 5 minutes is a lot of time left. You can't play like this game is completely over yet. We've seen Reedsburg score, and McConowitz break out free for a touchdown earlier, 81 yards. So
you try to get like some motion and try to get a trick play going here, right?
Yeah, that's what I think you got to do there.
Like a jet sweep.
So 3rd and 7 now. Grafton, nobody in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on the left, 3 on the right. Schiller gets the snap. 3rd and 7, looking. Throws across the right side. It's going to be intercepted at the 47-yard line in Reedsburg. The mistake for Grafton comes right there, and it's the 3rd turnover of the day for Grafton.
I think if you're the quarterback right there, you got to take it with your legs and try to find an opening, try to get some sort of yardage there and burn more clock. Because there was nobody open right there in our coverage. Everybody was covered well, and he threw it into double coverage, and it ends up being an interception.
And who else than Will McConowitz to come away with that interception? And now Reedsburg has the momentum.
It's starting to feel like that Winnicott game all over again a little bit.
So Reedsburg will be down at their 47, Grafton's 47-yard line. They'll have 4:47 left on the clock. 47's all over the place on the scoreboard.
And Reedsburg's going to probably take a lot of time off here if they can move the chains all the way down. They only need 47 yards to.
McConowitz under center on this play. Keep in mind, he's normally the running back. He's under center. And no, it's going to be blown dead. I believe it's going to be a false start against Reedsburg.
We haven't had a flag in a while again.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. It's been a lot of flags not happening.
So now they're back in their own 48 territory.
Yep, so now they're back in their own side of the field. But the story of the game so far is Reedsburg, despite trailing by 7, they have 3 turnovers. I should say Grafton has 3 turnovers. Reedsburg coming away with some big defensive plays. Let's see if this one could pay off for them. 2 wide receivers on the right. 1 man in the backfield. McConowitz once again under center. Hands it off this time to the fullback. I believe that's number 42, and he's going to be met pretty well behind the line of scrimmage. Play was just blown dead. That was number 42, Carter Seep on the carry. And taken down by Grafton's number 52, Colton Bellicky. So, 2nd and 13 coming up. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play.
Clock's going to continue to roll, too. Reedsburg still has all 3 timeouts. So
it's kind of interesting. They're using McConowitz under center. I wouldn't be surprised you see a QB sneak from him at some point in these next couple plays to see if they
can
can
do a fake handoff and keep it yourself.
Yeah, because he's the leading rusher for the team, keep in mind.
Called it.
Yep, it called it right away. McConowitz on the right side stays in bounds, out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. Still a little bit short of the 1st down. He's got to get to about the 37 for a 1st down, so 4 more yards.
We got out of bounds, too, so that will stop the clock.
And I say Reedsburg has to give the ball back to Grafton. They still have 3 timeouts remaining.
Will they try to flip the field position again, you think?
I don't know. It depends what they do on this play, I think. If they lose a bunch of yards here, if they gain 2 or 3, I think they're going for it. So McConowitz under center once again. 3rd and 4 for Reedsburg on Grafton's 41 here. 4:01 remaining in this game. One wide receiver outside. They're going to push it up the middle. I don't think he's going anywhere.
It's only going to get about a yard.
Yeah, a yard. So it's going to end up being 4th and 3 coming up. Under 4 minutes remaining.
So they're going to give him a yard.
They're going to give him a yard. It's going to be called a timeout by Reedsburg. So what are we doing, my friend? We'll stay here?
Yep.
All right, we'll stay here. So
actually, the TV timeout.
TV timeout. So we'll head to break. More football coming your way after this on Zaleski Sports. Stay with us for this thrilling finish.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Back here on Zaleski Sports, Matt Pack, Elijah Vanxalata here from Camp Randall Stadium. WIAA Division III State Championship game. Grafton with a 14-7 lead on Reedsburg right now. Reedsburg has the ball in an important situation right now. It's 4th and 3 at Grafton's 40-yard line. Reedsburg got the ball back courtesy of a Nick Schiller interception on 3rd down last possession. And Grafton 3 turnovers today, but still finds themselves in a lead 14-7. With 3 3/4 left in this game. It's going to be interesting to see how this game finishes because Reedsburg, 4th and 3, Elijah, you think they're going for it. I bet they are.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to here. There's no point to punt because you're just going to punt it on the end zone most likely. So you say you turn over on downs, Grafton still has the ball on their own side of the field. It's not like...
See, for logic purposes, I don't know about that QB sneak play on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I know.
Got you about a yard. But what I would have liked to see right there is like another one of those fake handoffs. That worked last time out. Fake handoff to your fullback in the backfield and try to keep it yourself and keep it forward. I mean, you got 10 yards on that when they were at 2nd and 13, and then 3rd and 4, they do QB sneak and make them Grafton right on it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens coming out of this timeout here. We're still in the TV timeout, 3:46 remaining. When we do come out of timeout, it'll be Reedsburg at Grafton's 40-yard line, 4th and 3. So it'll be interesting to see what Reedsburg comes up with here, but I would not be surprised you see a trick play with McConowitz somehow.
Still no passing yards yet for Reedsburg, though.
So McConowitz under center here, one wide receiver on the right. That's all that's out.
They got 2 tight ends on the inside right now ready in case they pass.
So 4th and 3 from their own 40, from Grafton's 40, my mistake. It's going to be McConowitz going to keep himself on the right side. First down and more. Out of bounds at about the 26-yard line. A huge first down with ice in his veins for Reedsburg. Pulling out the basketball term. Yep, you're right. Exactly what they needed.
Did he get out of bounds there, too, to stop the clock?
Yes, he did.
Let's see.
McConowitz did everything perfect there.
So now they're in Grafton's 27, and now they're in business.
So 1st and 10 for Reedsburg on Grafton's 27-yard line, 3:39 remaining in this game. McConowitz goes under center once again. 2 receivers on the right for Reedsburg this time. McConowitz going to keep himself on the right side. Has room on the outside. Out of bounds at about the 15-yard line, and Reedsburg is just inching closer. And another first down. And that interception is looking more and more costly as Reedsburg moves that ball down the field.
It's like once you go into that 1st and goal territory, I'm going to ask you this question. Do you try to chew some clock off and try to get Grafton less time?
I think so.
But we'll bring up the scenario if they get a touchdown. But if you get a touchdown here, if you're Reedsburg, do you go for 2 and try to take the lead? Or do you
That's
just
a good
take the extra
question.
point and try to potentially force overtime?
2 wide receivers outside for Reedsburg here. 1st and 10 on Grafton 16. 3:33 remaining in this game. McConowitz goes under center again. Gets the snap. Keeps himself. Goes on the right side again. Kept it himself once again. Across the 10. Out of bounds. Inside the 10-yard line.
I think he got another first down out of
Wow,
that.
and Reedsburg is just... Many thought that they were kind of out of this. No way. They're right.
They've shown that they were the underdog all year, and they were the team to take out all of those good teams this year.
Yeah. It's actually going to be 2nd and 1, so they get the first down here. It will be 1st and goal if they get the first down here. So it'll be 2nd and 1 from Grafton's 7-yard line for Reedsburg. 3:26 left in this game, in the Division III state championship game. What a defensive battle. What a battle just between two great teams on the field right here. Two wide receivers on the right. McConowitz under center has ran it himself the last 2 plays. McConowitz keeps it himself again on the right side. Going to be wrapped up in the backfield.
He kind of figured he's going to lose a couple yards on that play.
Yeah.
So it'll be about 3rd and 4, right?
3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, wow.
So loss of 4 on that play, and we're going to be right around 3 minutes remaining here. Ball will be back on the 11-yard line now of Grafton for Reedsburg.
I mean, you're in that territory now where everything now is go for it. You're in 4th down territory. If you don't get it here on 3rd down, it's a must go.
Keep in mind, Reedsburg still has 2 timeouts left, so some reason to have to get the ball back to Grafton. They're not completely out of it yet.
They ran that same play. You think they're going to go back to it again?
3rd and 5. 2 wide receivers on the right. And they back off for a moment for a flag. This could be a costly flag.
Oh.
Delay a game against Reedsburg. And you cannot have that happen there because now it's 3rd and 10 instead of 3rd and 5. Huge mistake by the Beavers that time. That is costly, and that could cost you possibly tying this game.
You're probably going to have to pass it maybe in here now.
Like I just said, though, you don't understand how costly that penalty is. In a state championship game, you cannot let that happen.
Here we go.
So 3rd and 10 now. Reedsburg's got to get to the 6-yard line for a 1st down. Here's the snap. McConowitz keeps himself on the left side. Keeps on going. Shoved and goes out of bounds at about the 11-yard line.
Stiff armed his guy.
Yeah, stiff arm. He's going to get 5, so it's going to bring it back to 4th and 5 with 2:29 left on the clock as he gets out of bounds. Ooh, man.
That was a really good stiff arm, though. Being able to elude to get an extra yard out of that.
And there was no hands to the face because he got him below the face, and there's going to be a timeout called by Reedsburg. So here's the thing, though. Reedsburg's using timeouts, but the thing is, Grafton gets the ball back here. This is basically the game now.
Well,
there's no 2-minute warning.
You got. Let's try to do the art. I wasn't that good at math, but
because Grafton, every play, if they get the ball back here, they're going to run the play clock all the way down to 0.
They don't get it on the first play. They call that first timeout probably around the 2:15 mark. Then you kind of have to do the math after that. 80 seconds.
Well, Reedsburg's, they only got 1 timeout left, so they got 1 timeout.
It would be 80 seconds out of the clock, so you would probably have.
Not a lot of time.
It would be less than 45 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, so not a lot of time. So
this is probably the game right here.
I would say it's the game, yes. Personally.
Unless bearing a miracle.
Keep in mind, Grafton has turned the ball over 3 times today. And hasn't costed them yet. Where's the wood?
Grafton, they're trying to win.
Nobody comes at me.
They're trying to avenge their loss from 2 years ago in this very building.
But keep in mind, I would not be surprised you see a trick play from Reedsburg here to try to tie this game with 2:29, because this is essentially the game here. So Reedsburg takes the field here. 2:29 left in this game. 4th and 5 from Grafton's 11-yard line. Conowitz goes under center. He'll set up with 2 wide receivers on the left. 1 man behind him. McConowitz gets a snap. Keeps himself on the right side. Has a little bit of room. Trying to get there. He's close. He's got the 1st down out of bounds. McConowitz, the athlete. Wow.
Did that last effort just
got him there too.
I think if he didn't reach over it, he wouldn't have had it.
Yeah, it was close.
It was very close.
So it'll be 1st and goal at the 5. Wow. That was quite a play. Reedsburg's season stays alive. 2:22 remaining here. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
I'd keep going to McConowitz.
Yeah, he's been under center this whole possession. It's tough to tell when he's going to keep it. He keeps it quite a bit. McConowitz keeps himself up the middle. Keeps on pushing.
He's
close.
They'll be a yard short, but they got yardage right there.
They got yardage all the way down to the 1-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 1. Clock is rolling around. 2:05 remaining in this Division III state championship. So ball will be spotted at the 1. A little bit behind the 1, between the 1 and 2, but closer to the 1-yard line.
I think we're going to see another QB sneak here.
Yeah, Reedsburg does have a timeout left. We're under 2 minutes remaining here. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. McConowitz under center. Nobody outside for Reedsburg. 3 guys in the backfield pushing in. Does he get in? Let's see. Touchdown, Reedsburg! 1-yard touchdown sneak from Will McConowitz, and they are an extra point away from tying this.
Now here I go again.
You're right. Here you go.
Again. Do you go for 2 right now and try to take the lead and try to make Grafton have to go down the field, or do you try to play for overtime possibly if Grafton doesn't play? I know Grafton, no matter what's going to play it aggressive.
Oh yeah.
Unless they don't get it here.
We'll see what happens here. It's going to be interesting. I mean,
McConowitz is coming back on the field, so here I think they're. I think they're going to kick the extra point.
Yeah, Sawyer Middlestat will kick the extra point. Yep. That's what we're lining up to do. Imagine a fake field goal. Imagine a fake extra point.
No, now they're going to call timeout. So
I don't blame them here.
Well, let's see what they.
Let's see what they draw up here.
We'll stay here.
So they're going to make things interesting because normally you don't call a timeout on an extra point unless you're planning on possibly doing something. So they're seriously thinking about this.
They possibly think about bringing their offense on the field again.
That could be possible.
But this is like this is going to be the moment of the game right here. I've said it already. Conowitz putting the team on his back. Reedsburg Beavers coming in this game 5 seed, right? 4 or 5 seed?
Yeah, I think 4 because they hosted Waterford level 1. So they had to play it. They got a home game, I think, level 1 against Waterford.
People counted them out all year. Even today, some people have counted them out. So they're playing with their backs against the wall.
We picked against them twice, and they proved us wrong when we did our predictions.
I said this time it could go either way.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, you know what? I can't pick against Reedsburg anymore because they've really shown up in the playoffs here. And let's see how Reedsburg lines up. I bet they kick the extra point. Oh, no, they're going to go for all the marbles here. They're going to go for 2. Reedsburg season's on the line here. McConowitz under center. 2-point conversion here. McConowitz gets a snap, keeps himself outside. He's going to get in. 2-point conversion is good. And Reedsburg in the lead, 15-14. What a play call from Kelvin Zenz. And now Grafton must score on this possession.
Like you said, Matt Peck, whenever some team calls a timeout, that means they're going to change something up. And they did just that. And they keep going to their guy, Sawyer Middlestat.
And Reedsburg, who hasn't led all day, now leads with 1:39 left here in this 4th quarter.
Still plenty of time, though, for Grafton with 2 timeouts, though. They only need a field goal to try to win the game. This will be heartbreaking for a Grafton team that was just here 2 years ago.
They got quite an offense, though. All they got to do is get in a field goal territory because they're only down 1. They don't have to get a touchdown here, but 1:39, they're playing with 2 timeouts, too, keep in mind. So that's another thing that you got to keep in mind. They're playing with 2 timeouts, so they can essentially run the ball a couple times and call a timeout. They're not. But remember, this clock stops after a first down here in high school. Before they get set, then the clock kind of starts up again once the ref places the ball. So Reedsburg faithful on their feet, and they're pretty loud. So McConowitz Middlestat set to kick the ball away. And it's going to be an onside. And it'll be down at the 33-yard line. So Grafton will take over from their own 33-yard line. It'll be 1:37 playing with Jim Norris. Here 2 years ago, fell to Rice Lake. What will happen in 2025, we will find out here in this next 1:37. That's why I'm in the booth.
They got 2 timeouts left to use.
Either sideline I would not want to be on right now. I'd be so nervous. That's why I'm up in the booth. I'm not a coach.
Travis Wilson down on the field as one of the coaches for Reedsburg.
Yeah, Travis Wilson, one of the high school reporters for Wisconsin. Has 2 sons on Reedsburg. I think he's a special teams coach for Reedsburg. So, hey, he was kind of in on that 2-point conversion if you think about it.
Yeah.
Special teams. So, Grafton setting up here from their own 33. 2 wide receivers on the right, 2 on the left.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time. 1:38 remaining here. Nick Schiller gets the snap here, going to pass, rolls back. Pass over the right side is caught. Incomplete. Almost held on. He would have been at the 49-yard line if he would have completed it.
He had him open.
But just fell out of the hand, so it'll be 2nd and 10 now. Takes 5 seconds off the clock.
Man, you would have needed to have that right there. That was a first down. Looks like Ooh, I think that's the wide receiver's fault.
Yeah,
that was pretty good. That was a good throw.
Yeah, it was.
It just went through his hands.
It's kind of when you go back, like kind of look at the Packers as a real life example. Like between, like who was it the ball that was not thrown right? So 4 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Now 2nd down and 10. Looking to pass, looking downfield. He avoids the sack, rolls to the left, and he's got a chance to make a play here. And he's just gonna have to go out of bounds, but gains a couple yards. But what a way to get out of the sack there. He gets sacked there. They're in a really bad position.
And the clock would have continued to roll. They would have had to burn a timeout most likely there.
So it'll be 3rd and 7 now, a gain of 3. Nick Schiller keeps himself on the keeper after all that. He avoids a sack. Just got out of that pile. So it'll be from the 36-yard line of their own for Grafton, 3rd and 7. Trailing by 1, 15-14 to Reedsburg, who just took the lead on a 2-point conversion last possession. 2 wide receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Here's the snap. Schiller gets the snap, rolls back, rolling to the right now. Evading pressure, throws it to the right side. It is...
Nope, incomplete.
Incomplete. So now Grafton's season will come on the line here with 4th and 7 coming up. Remember, Reedsburg's season was on the line last possession, and McConowitz, who actually knocked that ball away, kind of got a hand on that. He's been a playmaker all day for...
Was that McConowitz on the coverage right there?
Yeah. He's kind of like Matt O'Grady. Kind of real-life example from Lake Geneva Badger that we covered twice.
Steve Maves and Mike Wendland down on the field might have to get him in the house if they win.
Yeah, so 4th and 7 now. Grafton's season essentially on the line here from their own 36-yard line. 1:14 remaining. Reedsburg up 15-14. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Nick Schiller gets the snap, rolls back, looks across to the left side. It is complete. 1st down to the 49-yard line.
What a play and what a throw on a curl route right there.
I believe that was to the number 18, Parker Shaw.
Here we go. The clock's going now.
Clock's going. 1st and 10 now from their own 48. Snap to the left side. Pass is complete into Reedsburg territory to the 48-yard line. Quick pass that time to, once again, Parker Shaw.
I like that play right there. Just do a quick slot route and get a couple yards into Reedsburg territory. At the 48 of Reedsburg now.
58 seconds remain on this clock here in the 4th quarter. 2 timeouts remaining for Grafton. None for Reedsburg. Reedsburg has, keep in mind, they're up by 1 point with 0 passing yards on the day.
Keep in mind, Grafton's kicker's longest field goal is 45 yards.
2 wide receivers on the right, 2 wide receivers on the left. Empty backfield pass to the left side. Is incomplete and almost intercepted. Right off the hands of the wide receiver and almost essentially ended the game for Grafton.
The kicker for Grafton, Grayson Bullock, 4 of 5 on field goal attempts. His longest was 45 yards, so they would have to get around the 30-yard line, maybe like 29, 28-yard line to get in his long range.
Grafton, they get to 4th down here. They're already 1 for 1 on this possession. On a 4th and 6 or 8, I can't remember. It was 4th and 7 earlier, so a 12-yard pass earlier, so can't rule them out yet. 3rd and 6, though. 54 seconds left in this game. Grafton has the ball on the Reedsburg 48. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Snap here. Schiller looking to the right side. Pass is complete. A lot of room across the 45 to the 40. Out of bounds.
He's got the first.
He's got the 1st down. And that was complete to Jack Nelson, the running back. Officially goes out of bounds. 38-yard line now for Grafton on Reedsburg 38 with 48 seconds left. A lot of time.
Like I brought up earlier with Grayson Bullock, their kicker, they only need about 10 to 12 yards to get into his range. His longest was 45 yards. They only need a field goal to win this.
So Grafton breaks the huddle now. They'll go.
I'm sure they want to get as close as they can, though.
Empty backfield, 1 wide receiver on the right, 4 on the left. Schiller gets the snap. Looking on the right side. Passes complete. Out of bounds. Inside the 35-yard line to about the 34, 35, right around there. It'll be a gain of 5 yards, so it'll be about second and 5 coming up here from the 33-yard line. 44 seconds remaining in this game. Grafton looking to drive here. The state championship game could potentially be in the hands of your kicker. 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. 1 guy in the backfield. Schiller gets the snap. Hands this one off this time. on the outside. Nelson has to just retreat out of bounds.
I don't know about that one right there.
Yeah, they figured they got 2 timeouts. That's why. And they got to save one of the timeouts probably for a field goal, just in case they throw it over the middle.
They did a little inside zone right there.
So 3rd and 7. Jim Norris showing him on the big screen right now, and obviously
They lost 2 yards on that play too.
And we're
or a yard.
A timeout called for an injured Reedsburg Beaver player on the field right now. That is number 27, I believe. 23. That's number 23. Luke Spencer, the running back and defensive back for Reedsburg. A senior for this Reedsburg defense as well.
This is just the beginning of the day, folks.
This is just the
Stay
beginning of the
with
day.
us. We got the best quarterback and the best running back in state after this, and then the show of Brady Moon and the show of Jacob Seiner on Arrowhead. Still got about almost 7 hours of football still.
So Spencer's still down on the field.
What do you think here? If they get the 4th down and they get in that range, do they try his career long and just try to gamble with it? If he hits it, he becomes the hero?
Yeah, it's a tough one for me. That's why I'm not a football coach. That's why I sit up here and try to provide commentary. Because
we got to bring up all the scenarios.
Yeah, I sure as heck, if I was a football coach, would not be in the state championship right now.
My heart rate would be flying high if I was a football coach right now.
Even if I was a coordinator, my heart would be flying high.
Got about almost 200 people listening to us live right now.
That's pretty good.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay with us for West Lapeer versus Notre Dame Division II and Bayport versus Arrowhead in Division I, all on Zaleski Sports for radio commentary. And this is just the beginning of the day, folks.
Elijah, turn the camera on.
No,
I'm kidding.
No.
You can't do that here. We don't even have the camera on anyways.
Here we go.
So 3rd and 6 now, 39 seconds left. Grafton on Reedsburg's 34-yard line. 3 wide receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Schiller gets the snap. Looks to the right side. Passes. Does he get in? Yes, he does. Complete. It's close to the 1st down.
I think he's short.
Yeah, I think he's short about a yard.
I don't know.
That's oh man, 4th and 2. It's gonna be 4th and 2 from the 30-yard line. I don't know. I think there's.
It's
it's a tough one.
It's tough.
It's a tough one.
Remember last week against Catholic Moore? I think they brought their kicker out originally too when they tried to tie it in overtime, but then they brought their offense back. Oh man.
Yeah,
this is the game right here.
It's not a situation I want to be in. That's for sure.
If you see a timeout, yeah, this is a good play to go for it.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go 4th and 2. Grafton season essentially on the line here. Everybody in the backfield. Handoff up the middle. 1st down. Close. Yep, he's got the 1st down. Grafton season stays alive.
And I got to bring up their kicker again. I mean,
so 31 seconds left. They get to the 1st down. It'll be on the 26 after the timeout. Jim Norris runs out there and calls a timeout. So there'll be 1 timeout remaining for Grafton. I think they'll essentially save that for a field goal if they throw it inbounds and have to get a timeout called. So I think they're going to save that timeout probably for a game-winning field goal potential. But keep in mind, Reedsburg still with the 15-14 lead here with 31 seconds left in this game.
I'll bring it up again with Grayson Bolick, their kicker for Grafton. His career long's 45. If they send out the kicking unit around right now, it would be around that 43 to 45 yard range for a field goal. I would actually pound the rock or try to take a couple shots first down the field, just quick slot routes. If you can't find anything, throw it away. But it's good to know that if you're head coach Jim Norris right now, you're in his range, right?
Yeah.
We've seen game-winning field goals before at state football. Stratford.
Yeah, right on the network right here. Here we go. So 1st and 10 for Grafton coming out of the timeout. Ball will be on the Reedsburg 26-yard line. They're going to look like potentially go. Yep, we're going to go with an empty backfield. So 4 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. On 1st and 10, Schiller gets the pass. Pass quickly to the right side. It's complete, out of bounds. And it's inside the 25-yard line to about the 23. It'll be 2nd down coming up, and Grafton just inching closer here. 2nd and 7 coming up. So it'll be 26 seconds officially left on the clock here. Clock stops as he goes out of bounds.
I'd run another pass play here to get yourself even closer.
Yeah, I would get as close as you possibly can, just in case anything comes up.
And try to line it up with the middle, right?
So 4 wide receivers on the left for Grafton, 2nd and 7 from Reedsburg's 23. Schiller gets the snap. Looking, rolling to the right. He's actually going to go to the end zone here, and incomplete out of bounds. Remember, you don't need a touchdown. Say he throws in the end zone, throws an interception, then it's... And Grafton has 3 turnovers today. There's two interceptions from the quarterback, Schiller, as well. So there's been a couple mistakes made today. So 3rd and 7 now coming up out of the... As Grafton breaks the hull here. 3rd and 7 from the 23-yard line of Reedsburg. 19 seconds left here in the WIAA Division III State Championship game. 2 wide receivers on the left. Schiller gets the snap. Oh, a handoff up the middle. I think they're just going to try to play field position here. This probably will be the final play. And it will be 4th down. He gets a couple yards. That's Jack Nelson on the carry. And this is going to be essentially...
He's calling a timeout with 12 seconds.
I don't know why you do that. I would just take the clock all the way down to 3.
If he misses it, I mean, it's still over.
Yeah, you're not going to get the ball back. I don't know why you even let Reedsburg get the ball back. I would just took that clock all the way down to 3 seconds and just kick the field goal. Because you miss it, and the game's over. You make it, the game's over.
The game could still be over if he hits his field goal, but you're leaving at least 1 to 2 plays open if you're Reedsburg to try to open it up if they hit this field goal.
That's the part that makes no sense to me. But you know what? Like I said, I'm not a football coach. There's probably a reason why he did it that way.
Unless he accidentally nervously... like it's like this is like the moment of stress for a lot of these teams. I mean, look at Reedsburg right now. All their arms are locked with each other right now, just trying to pray to hope for a miss. And I'm sure
it's high school. It's possible.
Both sidelines are doing the arms locked with each other now, trying to hope that this could be it.
How far would you say this field goal is going to be?
This is going to be a 35-yard attempt right now.
35-yard attempt. This is for the season. Grayson Bullock.
His long was 45, so this is shorter than his career long.
Grayson Bullock set to attempt the field goal here from 35. Snap. Kick. It's up. And it is
good.
Good! 17-15. Grafton goes with 6 seconds left. And essentially, unless a special teams craziness comes, could have just won Grafton the Division III State Championship. But I'm not saying anything until the clock is 0. This game has been crazy enough.
That's what I'm saying though, right? Like you should. In my opinion, I think you should have waited to the last second. You would have seen the field storm right there.
Oh, you can't storm at state. Oh, you hit the players. Yeah, I was like, I've never seen a team like a. I mean, who could stop you though?
What do you?
Wow! Did you see how close that was? He almost hit the right hash bar.
Almost hit the right hash. Yep.
Yeah. So it's gonna be 6 seconds left. That's why I don't say anything because. You never know, but Jim Norris just holding on right there saying, man, come on, close us out. And I'd be saying the same thing too. So it'll be 6 seconds left as Grafton will kick it off, but what a field goal. Grayson Belloc with ice in his veins puts him ahead. And he could end up being the hero here. So Belloc set to kick it off, and
I would try to kick it mid deep here to burn some clock.
First game of the day, Elijah Vangslada has you next, so we're not going anywhere. We're just only the first game.
And you thought this game has fireworks? Just wait, there's more.
It's going to be a squib. It'll be taken at about the 20-yard line. They're just going to play the lateral game here, which I don't blame them. So it'll be thrown back to the 20 across the 25, trying to bear, and he's going to be taken. Oh no, the ball's still alive. And there's a lot of room on the left side.
No way!
Cuts across the 40, out of bounds at the 45, and Grafton is your Division III state champions! Grayson Belloc, the hero, 6 seconds ago, and Grafton storms the field after winning the state championship. Congratulations to head coach Jim Norris of Grafton. The lateral went on for a little bit, and you thought to yourself, you never know what will happen. And here comes the Gatorade bath on the kicker, or on the coach. Jim Norris, that's going to be freezing, but who cares? You just won the state championship. In Grafton, after being here 2 years ago and falling to Rice Lake, we'll take home the gold ball. Who's going to be in the house for Zaleski? We'll find out after. But
you got to put the kicker in there.
Yeah, you got to put the kicker in the house. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break, and the Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming your way after this on Zaleski Sports.
30 seconds.
For 30 seconds. Wow.
Do I stop recording it?
My name is Ken Hyman.
I'll just do Nasonville Dairy.
Nasonville Dairy.
No, do I stop
here in
recording
Central
it yet, or
Wisconsin,
do I
Marshfield,
keep going?
Wisconsin.
I think
as a
after the
matter of
Nasonville.
fact.
Just do it after
We
Nasonville.
make a lot of
just to
different
be
cheeses.
safe.
We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's cheese, pizza cheese, Queso
Imagine
Blanco,
being
Queso de
saved.
Pura, Seco,
Well, they would- I
Parma,
mean,
Romano,
they would still be
Asiago, Fontino,
live on
Casero,
YouTube, though.
Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And
What
the
an
cheese
ending.
be with you.
I still would have taken all the time off just to be
Yeah.
safe. Bro, for a second there with Reedsburg, I was like, no way.
Dude, he cut outside. I'm like, oh my gosh. Back here on Zaleski Sports, the graphics on the screen. Grafton, your WIAA Division III state champions. What a game. That was just so much fun. I'll just recap how the game went. First quarter was touchdown for Grafton. Then Will McNovitz with a 80-yard rush for a touchdown. Then Jack Nelson, 8-yard rush, 14-7, and McNovitz once again with ice in his veins, 14-15, and then get the 2-point conversion, and then it was the 35-yard field goal from Belloc to win the state championship essentially with 6 seconds left. So that's how this game finished up here today from Camp Randall. But ladies and gentlemen, Zaleski Sports is going nowhere. Grafton's going to head over towards their sideline and hype up their crowd. But what a game. We're going nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be highlights after this game on the Zaleski Sports Facebook page, YouTube page, almost everywhere. After this, it's going to be West De Pere against Notre Dame. Elijah Vincelotto will be on the call. That'll be at least probably 20, 25 minutes from now. It'll be
Probably look around 115,
yeah,
120 something.
115, 120, right around that client. Come hang out without us again on Zaleski Sports.
And you'll be right back on the mic at 4.
Yeah, I'll be right back on the mic at 4. I'll have to rest up that voice. But I'll be talking with you next game. But congratulations to Grafton, the Milwaukee area team, taking home the Division III state championship. What a game. Matt Peck, Elijah Vincelotto signing off here from Camp Randall. We'll be back here with our next broadcast in about 20, 25 minutes.